welcome back to Charm Persons. You know what? Let's just jump right in. Recap of last week. Last week's session, our imprisoned survivors were joined by their fellow prisoner who had just done a stint in solitary, a charismatic hustler of a magician named Tom Brennan, played by Sophie Pintel. He quickly made friends with Nick Weber, the pure-hearted anti-fascist stripper, played by Michael Brigance. Our survivors continued with their captivity by begrudgingly complying for the time being in order to squeeze more info out of their fellow captives and the guards watching over them. Vincent Vedecci, the animal-carrying convict, played by Eric Younglove, continued his process of befriending the guards, and it seems to have been working. Meanwhile, our youngest survivor, and the sneakiest one, played by Drew Myers, or Drew Myers played by Angie Forshey.
I am Drew Myers.
Continued to work directly with Jack Teller, the head of this other community. Jack started off the day by publicly punishing Joe for harming Drew the night before. Our prisoners started noticing opportunities. Tom was able to hide a sharp piece of cement block along the perimeter wall, while Sarah grabbed a file used for maintaining the weapons that now is in the Nick, I believe. After lunch, Jack decided to take Drew out beyond the wall. Since they were captured, Jack had been attempting to manipulate Drew at every turn in order to learn more about the Hoover Dam settlement, as well as use the young kid as leverage to turn the rest of the survivors. However, Drew wasn't as naive as Jack thought, and when Jack made the mistake of trying to turn Drew against Nick, Drew fought back. Jack then revealed the true insanity behind the charming masks that he wears. He killed Joe and turned the gun on Drew himself. Our young survivor used his agility and small size to sprint and dodge down the street, avoiding multiple shots from both Jack and Spence. Eventually, Drew was able to hide completely, and Jack and Spence were forced to return to the base. Upon their return, Jack dragged Sarah out into the main courtyard and ordered the prisoners to follow at gunpoint. Jack loudly and publicly stated that Drew turned on him and attempted to kill him and Spence. Jack said that he must be punished, but that Drew was too much of a coward to come forward. In a shocking move, Jack pulled the trigger, and Sarah Myers, Drew's one and only sister, was killed. Jack ordered that the rest of the prisoners be confined to their cells, he ordered that Sarah's body be left to rot, and he claimed that another prisoner would die tomorrow if Drew did not reveal himself. Nick and Vincent used this horrific act as fodder to turn some of the fellow guards against him. Nick even received a promise from Ben that he would get them help and get them out of there. We left off with the sun setting and a young 12-year-old boy reeling from the day's events. So, welcome back to the remains. Part 3, The Man Behind the Curtain. Drew, you sit there, the moonlight shining down on your sister's corpse. You have a medkit, you have a gun with one bullet. What do you do?
Well, once I come to, once the sun is set, I would probably immediately bend over and barf up all the sloppy joes and
For sure.
sausages and bread and everything that I've been eating the last few days.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I feel a little bit better, a little less sluggish. Would I have heard him make the threat of like a person would die? You said 100 feet away.
You heard every word, because he specifically was like loudly speaking and projecting his voice in the hopes that you were watching.
Okay.
You heard everything he said.
I want to get in there, but I don't know how. So I think I would just...
Oh, let me show you. So I finally put down what was in my brain into a map, so that you could kind of see what was going on. It's not great. I used it in Microsoft Paint, okay? Um,
Hell
but
yeah.
as you can see, um, um, as you can see, there's a a rectangular exterior fence that surrounds the entire compound of specifically the prison. And then further in, there is another perimeter fence, and that perimeter fence is where you've been putting up the cinder blocks on the wall. You've been putting them along that fence, basically strengthening the inner perimeter. You can also see that there's the clothes washing area. The outside area, like right in the middle of that, like literally in the word area, that's where Jack brought you all out there and killed Sarah. From the common area and the holding cells, which is like that's where you guys are. It isn't actually to the right there, but that's like a tunnel that you then go to the casino cafe on the other side. But that's actually like beyond the exterior fence. And yeah, I think that's yeah. You guys know where Jack's office is. You know where you've seen where the guard's break room is. The other room it lists as storage. You don't technically know that it's storage, but that is what is in there. There's the clothes washing area to the north, like I said. As you can see, the infected walls. So the walls with the infected who are securing them are to the south and east. Um, you are currently north of the compound, Drew, and so on the north wall that is manned by a patrol, and then to the west, that wall is also manned by a patrol, and that is the direction that you go to, like where the rest of the buildings that have been made for the community are.
Okay. Um, well, if I know anything from playing The Last of Us Part 2, I know that there's always a hole in a fence somewhere.
Okay.
So I think once it gets a little darker or like fully dark and I see that there's like less patrol, like night has settled, um, I'd probably make my way around. You said that I'm north, so like
Yeah, so
near.
you're like where the Earier is. You're like 100 feet north of that.
Okay, Earier, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can sense
So to be honest,
there's.
like we'd probably like retcon just a little bit because there's technically you're a small kid and there's two walls there. So we would say that there's like an abandoned building that like was like pretty much crumbled, so it was almost just like two walls that were still kind of standing. That you just like climb to the second floor and you like watch through the second floor of this
Yeah.
window, so that you were able to like see what was going on. But there's like not what, but there's like this is not an area that you can like stay. It was just a way for you to like get up.
Okay. Um, then yeah, I would once it slows down, I would make my way around probably the casino cafe tunnel direction
Okay.
and start seeing if I can squeeze through with my tiny frame any holes or find any gaps or even like dig under anything.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a search check for me.
I'm gonna use my big dice.
Do it.
Search. That is a 22.
22. So with a 22, it's a high roll, so you feel confident that there are no holes in the fence on this side of your fence. You are able to see that the ground is because it's so dry out here. It's pretty hard. So
Yeah.
digging would be it would be a chore and would not be quiet either. Um, with a 22 though, I would say because honestly other than that you don't find much, but I want to
Mm-hmm.
reward a good roll. So I'll say with a 22 on any stealth check to attempt to do something with the fence, you'll have advantage.
Cool.
Because you're like paying attention, you know where like because we'll say that search check also implies that like the guard's like path and everything, like you know when to make your move.
I think then I would know that the infected walls are coming up, and I would probably like out of morbid curiosity and to observe
Mm-hmm.
to see if anybody like comes near them, does anything with them,
Yeah.
kind of linger towards those infected walls then. So I
Um.
can
So you head more towards the eastern
yeah.
wall.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you head towards the eastern wall, and the so like I don't know I don't like know specifics because I didn't think about it. But basically, we'll say there's a guard who is currently going up and down the exterior of the north. Um, Actually, I would probably say there are two guards. One, but they're not walking together. They're walking like opposite of each other.
Hmm.
Um, and every I don't know 10 minutes or so, one of them will make a trek down the eastern wall and then continue their track down the north wall. So the eastern wall is occasionally manned, but it's much less manned. And you make your way towards that wall, and you see something that's an interesting sight to Drew. Um, the guards stay quiet past the chain link with infected chain to it. And as they do so, you see that the infected are not raging and thrashing like you saw them the other day. They are docile and they're hunched over, and some are quivering and twitching and contorting their limbs in unnatural ways every moment or so, but are mainly just focusing inward and are not stimulated by any external stimuli. Um, and so it's weird to not, I mean, it's eerie for sure, but you're not scared. And it's weird to like not be scared by these things. But you do notice that with any like footstep that's somewhat loud or any like hoot of an owl, like they do come to life a little bit. And that's when it does get freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can keep going down the western wall and see what you can see, or eastern wall, or you can cover the northern wall that you haven't covered yet, the other half. And I'll let that 22 ride as well, whichever way you decide to go.
Um, how much cover do I have?
So if you were to go down the western wall kind of faces like an open area, which is why or eastern wall, sorry. Gosh, I keep getting that confused. If you were to go down the eastern wall faces like an open area because it's on like the edge of this, populated street, the correctional facility is, and everything else is to the west. So to the east is more open, and that's why the infected are there. So you have not a lot of cover to the east, but if you move slow enough and like even just like keep down, whatever guard was passing wouldn't most likely see you as long as you didn't draw any attention to yourself. They're more so focused on the like right inside or the fence itself, making sure that there's not been any like tears or anything like that. To the northern wall, you have a good chunk more cover because there's street there that you can just like wait on the other side of the street until the guards go, and then you can make your move.
And on the north side, is there buildings like old Vegas buildings, like
Yeah, basically just like dilapidated, like not great. Like the ones who are intact. Any buildings that are intact that are close to this community are like occupied by people. This is like a side that's like this is not. Yeah. But there are buildings there. Yeah.
It's unlikely that I would find like bullets or supplies or anything.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
For sure, it is unlikely. Yeah, I think you understood what I meant.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm just 12. Um, I think that, yeah, I would just keep going around this east wall and try to stay low and see if I can
Okay, so if
make
you
it to the other side of the infected.
um, well, if you go all the way down, you'll see that the southern wall is completely surrounded by infected as well.
The whole
Um,
southern wall.
it's the whole eastern and the whole southern wall. Yeah,
Woo boy.
they literally have like dozens of infected chained, um, which is interesting to know. Um, if you continue to go down the eastern wall, there is a section of eastern wall where there are two, what you would call runners, who are right next to each other, and the way that both of them are idle right now makes you think that you might be able to get to the fence and climb it if you do so quietly. It's pretty risky, but you would have a much lower chance of any guard noticing you because you would have 10 minutes time. So you'd have to be quiet, but if you are quiet, you don't really have to worry about timing. Or you can go to the northern wall where you think there might be a chance to like maybe do what you were thinking earlier, which is like pull apart the side of the fence or something. Maybe if you check the other side, you could do that. Also risky, also need to be quiet, but it's safer from immediate danger if you can time it correctly, and you know that you'd have advantage on that. So it's whatever you decide, or you can just not go in. You can just not go in, and you can just wait the night.
They'll kill my friends, and Sarah's already dead, and it's my fault.
Whatever you think Drew would do. Drew prides himself on his sneakiness.
Yeah, and I feel like.
So basically, right would he want to put himself in danger with infected or with guards?
Well, so that I'm thinking he's more scared of the people, not the infected right now. So yeah. I think that seeing how docile they are and seeing that they only move with sound.
Yeah.
I will go. Can I go to like the edge of the north and the east wall and try to climb?
Yeah. So the corner, like above the casino cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, above where it is on the map, the casino cafe is not there again. To be clear.
Yeah.
But, yeah, easily enough. So go ahead and roll a stealth check at advantage for me, and I'm gonna need you to use the Chat of Doom. I'm just gonna need you to use the Chat of Doom for this. Okay. Yep, this is a Chat of Doom roll for sure.
Okay, I should have eaten so much before we started. I was really trying to channel.
You're so in character.
No, I'm going really meta for this role. Give me a second to remember how to use the Chat of Doom. Okay.
Yeah, so you just click on the D20. What is your modifier?
For
sneak.
Sneak +6.
Okay, alright, so we'll add 6 to these. Hey, and will you look at that? A natural 20. Absolutely amazing.
Okay.
Okay. Well then, with a nat 20, I mean, I can't deny it. You, find a moment where the infected are docile in a way that's like completely, like off to the sides. And there'd be two ways to be very sneaky. Be incredibly quick or incredibly slow. Now, Drew's pretty smart. Being incredibly quick, not the way to do that.
No.
He's too tiny.
Mistakes.
It's too easy to make a mistake and too dangerous to make a mistake. So Drew takes his time, and it's painful. It is one of those things where the simple act of holding your body still is causing sweat to pour down your face.
Jeez, I'm glad I barfed.
You get to the fence, and you are lucky that you are a light, you don't weigh a lot as a 12-year-old boy. So there's very slight creaking of the fence. And every once in a while there'll be a slight from the infected who are nearby, and you pause and you wait and you show patience, and the moment passes, you're able to climb back up. Once you reach the top, you simply, as quietly as you can, drop to the bottom, and you're lucky enough with a nat 20 that it just doesn't make any noise, and you feel yourself inside of the exterior fence. Um, you are basically what you can see right now is like a corner of the exterior wall with stone surrounding it. So you basically see a chain link wall with stone on the inside. Um, and you know what corner that you are at. You waited until the guard, because you did go to the northeast corner, so there is a guard there every once in a while.
Hmm.
And so you waited until the guard was leaving. You know that you have less than a minute until the guard is within eyesight of where you are right now.
Jesus.
What do you do?
Um, I think I would just try to hide
Okay.
until until the guard passes.
Um,
Um,
it,
probably if I okay, so sorry, I'm just gonna pull this map up again.
in order to hide, because you're kind of just out in the open right now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in order to hide, you'd have to probably run down the interior wall to like where the word fence is on perimeter fence. Like you'd have to like turn the corner and get to there.
Okay.
Because there's, like I said, there's a guard going along the north wall all the time, and there's nothing in between the exterior fence and the interior fence. It's an open area.
Um,
But you can get out of eyesight if you go down to the south and turn around and turn the corner on the
like towards Jack's office.
yes.
Yeah. Then I would hit the ground
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and knowing my timing, just like
Yeah. Easily enough. Um and we're just gonna let that nat 20 stealth check ride. It deserves to. And we're gonna come back to you.
Thank you.
So
I need some time.
yeah. So as all of this is happening, Nick and Tom, you find yourselves in your cell. Um, a hour or so has passed since the events. It happened, at dusk, and so the sun has been set. Um, and you have a choice. You can just find yourself. You can just say that you fall asleep, and um, wait for the morning, or you can have a conversation with yourselves. It's whatever you feel your characters would do.
Oh, I mean, I've never seen Jack so angry. Hey, I'm so sorry that you lost one of your people. What are the odds you think of that kid coming back?
I don't know. Nothing about any of this makes sense to me. I got no idea. Would you happen to be that kind of magician that can, like, escape us out of here? Like some weird mind freak shit?
I mean, I can't make four people just invisible, but I mean,
No, I know. I'm being stupid. Uh, yeah, this sucks.
I mean, it certainly creates a timeline to get you all out of here. Um, I'll say that I've been paying attention to the way the guards move and interact for a long time, and been waiting for an opportunity. And I would say that y'all being here may just be the wild card that helps us all get out. Thought we'd have a little bit more time to put a full plan together, but
Yeah. Not all the guards are going to want to help us. I mean, I don't want to, like, speak bad about people, but, Ray fucking sucks. Like, I
yeah.
really don't like her. Um, and I've had bad vibes from Jack from the beginning. Anyone that can have, like, a never ending supply of cigars in the post-apocalypse.
Villain.
Yeah.
Hey, you might not want to do this, but if we get out of here, come with us.
I mean, I'm definitely in on the getting out part, but yeah, I don't know where I'm going after this.
Go to
Got
one of the
picked up.
hotels and like have that be your own space. Take over one of the theaters.
And maybe it's time I give up kind of wandering the wastes. Maybe you're right.
Well, we're in a giant dam, so it's not like we're exactly short on rooms.
And y'all don't eat people, right?
No.
Okay. There's enough of those. You run into one, you're like, okay, that's the only one.
Yeah, you see it like
Animals,
yeah.
and then-
Earlier you were
then
like,
you
oh,
find-
it's supernatural for like people to be eating other people. I don't know about all that.
Natural. I'm just saying you start to figure out which communities are serving you Tanya and the chili.
Tanya. Oh, I'm not muted. Okay, well, while this, I guess I'll take my own. Gosh, whatever. You know what? We're moving on. I can't speak tonight.
Rest in peace,
my
Tanya.
unintended interruption. Goodness, Eric. While this is happening, I just wanted to check in with you, see if there's anything that you think that Vincent would be doing, because Tyler specifically is like not talking and like is trying to go to sleep and is like curled up looking away from you.
I probably won't have like a deep conversation with him, but I will just fuck with him and just be like, I'm not a leper, right?
Listen, man, I don't mean anything by it. I don't want to be included in on that group, okay? You guys are...
I mean, if you were in the group, that kind of gives me better odds of surviving another day, so... I mean...
Yeah, exactly.
What do you say, friend? No. I know you're getting... I know you're getting out of here soon. That's the word around the yard is you've gotten in their good graces.
Kind of like... Talking about, is that what you've heard?
That's rumors, people talk.
Who told? Did they tell you when? Did they tell you when they'd let me in?
I didn't get a date, but things are looking good for old T-Man over here.
Yeah, well, good. So even better reason for me to just not be involved with you, man.
Hey, I get it, man. You want to be on the side of people who kills kids. I get it. That's you. That's your journey.
I want to be on the side of people who live, man.
Yeah, I get. Hey, just put in a good word for me if I'm still alive.
He just shakes his head. While this is happening, but all of you can hear in a moment of silence what sound like slight sobs coming from the cell that Drew usually sleeps in. As it seems, the events of the day have hit Missy pretty hard.
Do they seem real? Can I do a vibe check?
Sure, do a vibe check, yeah.
I just don't trust Missy, I'm
being
honest. Dirty 20.
They seem surprisingly real. Like, it's... As in... She puts on a very tough exterior, so you think at first she must be, like, just fucking around or, like, I don't know, doing something weird, trying to manipulate. But then you're like, man, no one's that good of an actor. Like, she's really upset. As all of this is happening, the door opens to the main area, and you hear footsteps, and then on the outside of the door you hear Ben's voice, and your doors are just solid doors, so you can't see him, but you hear him, hey, Hey, are you awake?
Who is that directed to?
Oh, uh, Nick, right? That's your name, Nick? Are you awake?
I'll get up and run to the. Yeah.
Okay. So, this is my shift. I'm supposed to be guarding you guys. So I thought there's no other guards in here, so I thought we could talk now. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody in there hear me? I can't.
Well, I mean, it's just me and Tom.
Anybody else? Any other cells? And he
What?
kind of like,
No, I can hear you.
you see that he's like, he doesn't sound like he's right outside your door, and then he says, they don't let the guard watching you guys have the keys. They don't, because there's only one person here, so they don't want to risk, I don't know.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah, exactly. It's stopping us from doing exactly what I needed to do right now. So, hey, I don't know if you can all hear me, but I talked to Nick, and it's fucked up what happened. It's so fucked up. I can't believe it. Anyway, I want to help. I've talked to the people I felt safe talking to. Maria, she seemed reluctant at first, but she also seemed horrified with everything that happened. I think that she would be. I think that she would very much be willing to help us. Terrence definitely seemed bothered, but I don't know. He's hard to read. It could be a risk. Everybody else, they've seen Jack this way and not done anything before. He may not like his benefits or his moves, and hell, some of them might, but those who, even if they don't, he's got a hold over them. Whether it be the leverage of having a family member close or simply the fact that they feel that he's protected them. But I do think Maria would help us out. And I think Terrence might. I'm on the fence about it. And so I thought about this. I don't know what you guys think that we could do. I'm only one guy, maybe potentially a guy and a gal, but we could maybe see if me and Maria can get on a work assignment with two of you. But that would only get two of you out, so that might not be a good option.
Who sets the schedule?
We kind of just it's like in the morning we all just meet and just kind of decide amongst ourselves.
Or, hey Ben, hey it's Nick. Don't know
Hey,
if that
Nick.
was super clear. Hey, what if, Maria and you actually were on different teams, and you kind of then it's like 2 against 1.
Oh yeah, then it would be 3 against 1, really. The two of you.
Oh
and
yeah.
The 2 people on the assignment and the guard with the gun. I guess.
Yeah,
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 I mean that's
yeah.
good odds.
Can you
But then
put
that
me
would
on a
only get
team-
4 of you out.
Can you put me on a team with Terrence?
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely try. Do you really think that he might work with us?
I have no idea. Maybe. I think that could be our best shot of getting us all out of here.
But then when we get out, how do we, get out?
Yeah, that's the
That would
thing.
be-
The easiest thing to do would be to climb the fence and run. But then you're low on supplies, you're low on all kinds of stuff.
Then
But
we're
that
in
is
the
the
middle of the
safe,
desert.
and you're in the middle of the desert. It's a day and a half's walk to the Hoover Dam. That's not impossible, but you would maybe need to look for water. Basically,
What,
the
do
way
you-
I've thought
do you have
about
a car?
this. Well, that's what I was just about to say. The way I've thought about this is everything that is going to assist you after escaping the prison, each one of those makes escaping more difficult. So if we want to try to grab your stuff, that's more difficult. If we want to try to grab a car, that's more difficult. If you have a vendetta on your mind, that's going to be really difficult. But just finding a hole and getting out of here while we can, it's the easiest way, but it also prepares us the least.
I have an idea that could buy us some time, but I don't know if you're gonna like it.
Oh God, what?
Well, I mean, you got 2 walls full of infected, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what if we just kind of point them towards the compound and use that? They'll be plenty busy while we're
Hey
making
man,
our exit.
there's some really cool people here. I know
I'm
that
sure there are.
Jack sucks, but I don't know if I could do that to this community. People could get hurt.
Well, if you leave, you think that they're just gonna not look for you?
No. I realize that even having this conversation with you, I have fully hitched my saddle to your wagon.
Are you coming out with us?
I don't want to be presumptuous, but it's either that or I'm on my own, which may be what I
don't
deserve.
think no.
But if Maria and I help you, Terrence too, if he's included, we would hope to go with you, but obviously I understand that might not be possible. But we would definitely be leaving here.
I'm not in charge, but I think I could at least put in a good word for you, 100%. But I mean, hey man, like, all due respect, rest of your coworkers are pretty shitty people. I think Vince is right. I think,
but it wouldn't
let
just
those
be
infected-
it wouldn't just be the guards you'd putting at risk. You'd be putting at risk the whole community.
Yep.
Kids, which is the exact thing that we didn't want. That's the reason that I mean, you guys are better. That's why I'm siding with you. You're better.
Hey, I never said we were better.
I think
We're
we're
different.
better. I think we're
Alright.
better.
We're different. We'd also have to. I mean, I'm assuming you'd want to try to find the kid, right?
That's my first priority, really.
It's like as you say that, you hear Sarah's words in the back of your mind when she told you to start training him and how he needs to be protected and he needs to learn. And you realize that, yes, of course, he still has his mom, but right now, in this immediate area, you know, yeah, I guess Vincent's from the community too, so is Roy, but really, he's all you got. Or
Roommate's
you're all he's
choice.
got, I should say. Okay, so what do we think? Me and Maria on 2 different assignments. But what? And Missy speaks up at this point, and she goes, "All right, well, what about the rest of us? You just gonna leave us behind, fatty?"
Maria, that's fucked up. It's not Maria. Missy.
And Ben says, oh, "I didn't really think about you and Tyler being in here."
Tyler's definitely gonna tell people about this. I'm just gonna look at Tyler.
Tyler's
Aren't
eyes are wide, and he's looking at you. Just, I don't want to be involved with this, man. I'm not hearing anything. I'm sleeping right now.
The point is, Tyler can't be trusted.
Hey, Vince, please don't, like, kill him.
You got it, bud.
I'll turn to Tom. I think he's gonna kill him.
Vince. There's been a moment of silence from Ben. Tom and Nick, make a search check for me.
Suck at searching. 7.
Oh no. The dice got moved.
Oh no. You can always use the chat of doom.
I must, I think. T20, go.
Oh,
Cool.
Plus,
+5.
Okay, so neither of you hear the sound of this sliding over concrete. But Vince, in your cell, slides a small butterfly knife. And this is after Ben's like silent for like 5 minutes.
Isn't that gonna draw some questions in the morning?
We should be worried about the questions that could be drawn now.
Oh fuck! All right.
Do what you
I'm gonna
want.
Look at Tyler. What does Tyler do? Does Tyler see me get a knife?
Tyler specifically turned to his side and was like facing the other way. I mean, he might have heard the slide thing, but I don't know if he would think to look to see what that was.
I'll pocket it.
Okay, yeah. I'm not saying you have to do it now. I'm saying make sure he doesn't do anything.
Yep.
Ben says, Missy, if we talk to Terrence, we'll have 3 people, and we can try to get you out of here.
I mean, the other option, if we're taking the whole gang, and during the common area time, there's only 2 guards there anyway.
Wait, that's true. We could just... Why didn't I think that we could just have me and Maria be your guards then? Okay. Okay, so that would be our moment. We should just sign up for the shift before breakfast. Okay. Okay. All right, well, then what do we do?
Then we go towards the infected walls, release the zombies, point them towards the compound. Then we leave.
We're not doing that, man.
You're not doing that.
Listen, I can't go through with this if I know that that's what you guys are doing.
That's not what I want to do, man.
No. He's a goofball. You know him.
Hey, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that.
He has a really like messed up sense of humor sometimes, and I think it translates weird a couple times, but his spirit's in the right place.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, good. I believe you.
But Ben, hey, you or Maria, Drew has to be out there somewhere. If you see him, I don't know, could you like hide him somewhere? Because it's gonna be hard to,
Yeah, I mean, of course, I'll keep my eyes up. Listen, we can maybe bring you each 1 weapon from your stuff when we come in the morning. Or we can attempt to try to get all of your stuff, but once again, that's going to make things difficult. Because we're not going to be able to carry that with us.
If you can grab a gun, that'd be great. But
I don't know how you're gonna smuggle my rifle in here.
Okay,
my grenade launcher.
Do we know where that's being held?
You didn't have a grenade.
We do know the room where that's being held, but there's definitely going to be more of a chance to run into people that way. And I guess I meant like we could bring you all like maybe a knife.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
Whatever. Anything's gonna help.
Yeah.
Well,
where is our stuff?
Vince has my knife. It's in the storage room next to Jack's office.
Fuck, Ben. Does Tyler hear that?
Good point. Let me roll a luck check. Tyler hears it on evens. Okay, yeah, he hears it.
Tyler just like covered up, just crying.
You see that Tyler like turns and looks at you when he hears that, and his eyes go wide, and then he just turns and faces.
I'll just give him one of these.
Okay, terrifying. Are you guys wanting to try to get to the storage room?
Other than water, I'm fine. I don't have anything. I didn't bring anything important with me.
Nothing super important to me either. I mean, guns, hey, awesome, but like,
all right,
my life isn't in that backpack. That'd be weird.
Yeah, we could grab some water and on the way out help us get across country. But
so are you saying we leave in the morning, hop the fence when the guards aren't watching, and truck it on foot? We don't try to grab anything else?
Yeah, man, that's definitely what we're gonna do.
Okay. I think it's a good plan.
Hey, oh man, I don't know about this.
All right, me and Maria will be here.
What about Terrence?
I mean, should we risk it if we have a plan that can not use him?
Can you see if you can get him to take like what wall are we gonna get out of here by?
We'd probably have to go to the north wall by the east corner, literally like right where.
Oh,
True.
Thank you. Off the fence.
oh, hey,
Maybe put him on clothes washing. Just
Not a bad idea.
yeah.
hey, Ben. So I don't know if you've had like the chance or anything, but I've talked to Nate about Jack like totally banging his wife.
Yeah.
Does he know about it? Is that like a thing? Is he like?
Yeah, he knew.
He's into it.
I was gonna say, is that like he's into it?
It's what got him out of the prison.
Oh, oh man, that makes me feel gross.
If only my wife was still alive, maybe I'd do it.
That makes me feel sad.
Mine too.
Okay, well,
Damn,
my shift is up. I gotta go. I'll see you guys in the morning.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thanks, Ben.
He leaves.
I feel like I know I'm not like the smartest guy. I feel like I have no idea what's going on.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
All right, Drew, you have headed to the southeastern corner of the interior perimeter fence, where the stone wall is. What do you continue to do?
Are there any windows on this building? As I come past the perimeter fence and like towards Jack's office, and
there's a window in Jack's office and in the storage room.
So I would know. Would I be able to tell that that's Jack's office based on my?
Oh, for sure. Based on your time being there, yeah.
I would look in the window of the storage area.
Mm-hmm.
See if the coast is clear.
Yeah, there's no one in there.
Try to scuttle in there. Is it a window that I could get into?
It is a locked window.
Is it glass?
Yeah. I also want to remind you that you're a 12-year-old boy. So just hitting the window is also going to even be hard.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not going to hit it.
No.
You're really getting into the post-apocalypse by drinking that pee, Zach.
God, shut up, dude.
What about Jack's office? Is Jack's office a locked window as well?
It is. I mean, you can attempt to try to like pry it open with something if you have something. I don't know if you do.
Is the thing. I don't have anything.
Yeah.
I have a bullet and I have a med kit.
I mean, you can climb the wall. It's a fence, and it's just stone on the other side.
Yeah, but I'm in there. Okay.
For sure.
I have some questions.
Of course.
What is the likelihood? I'm really stressed out. I'm by myself and I'm 12.
Yeah. I would be too.
We're gonna kill my friends. What is the likelihood, like based on the time that I've spent with Jack and like the conversations that I've heard him hear or like have heard of him? What is the likelihood that the rest of the community knows what's going on with the situation? Like
you would know that only the like only anyone that he has like under his thumb would know. So like only the people who work like directly for him, which is like all the prison people and then like anybody that he trusts as like an advisor, anybody who is in his inner circle would know, but the general public would just see the charming exterior of Jack.
Okay. In that case, I'm feeling very anxious being in this area. So I'm gonna try to make my way towards like the community part of the compound.
Okay.
And specifically try to get eyes on Rachel.
Okay, that'll cause you to hop over the exterior fence again on the western wall. And, and guards are there. There's a fence there too. You're completely squared in right now.
Oh.
Yeah, there's an exterior fence and then an interior fence.
Oh.
Which you can do. You're just gonna have to time it with the guards and stuff. There'll just be more sneaking.
Yeah, I don't really have a better plan, so.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and roll a sneak check for me.
God. Okay, bye guys. Love you. For real though, maybe bye, love you.
I mean, that's one less thing we'll have to do on our way out.
I would say that is not too bad. It is a 15.
15. You are able to get to the fence at a time where there are guards not walking directly by. You climb the fence and you hop over, and you are close to the rest of the community, basically. You succeeded.
Okay. Then yeah, I would truck it to Rachel's, but I wouldn't make myself known to her.
You don't know where she lives.
I thought I saw her.
In the cafeteria. You met her at the cafeteria.
Well, I'll wander around the community looking for Rachel.
Just looking for Rachel?
No, I'm just popping in, peeking in, seeing what's up.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll search check for me.
I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, I'm 12.
Yeah, of course.
This is a part of the game that's open world, okay?
Yeah, exactly. You're in the sandbox mode right now.
Search 19.
19. Okay.
I mean, stress eating these M&Ms, it's gonna come back.
She's in the house that says cuck on it.
What does cup mean?
Roll a sneak check.
No.
You got it.
Oh. 23.
23. You do not find Rachel, but you also don't get caught. You're just moving your way throughout the community. You do at one point see a room in what looks to be like an old apartment building, maybe. And inside you see two younger kids with a blanket over their head and a flashlight under the blanket, and it seems that they're like reading or like playing or doing something, but you can definitely tell that they're like young kids.
And this is from the outside?
Yeah, you like see it through their window.
Okay.
You just keep searching?
No. I'm gonna go to the window.
Okay.
And I'm gonna knock unthreateningly.
Because they're like playing around. I'm trying to think if they're even gonna like notice that you're. Yeah, I would say the first time you do it, they like don't notice that you're knocking on the window. They're like playing with each other and like talking with each other. They don't just like notice the random noise.
Can I?
Because you're quiet with it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, is the window openable?
It is.
I'm gonna open the window.
Okay. Roll a sneak check, or unless you don't mind them hearing you.
No, I don't want them to hear me yet.
Okay.
Okay, I'm doing okay. Haha, 19.
19, you...
And I'll try to
You slowly put your way into the window.
Can I drop down without them hearing me also with that knife?
You're on the first. I mean, you're like, you step. It's a first floor window. You like step into the room, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll shut the window quietly.
Okay.
And I'll try to use their playing to like get into the rest of the house.
Okay. I'll say we'll let that stealth check ride, and you're able to scoot past these kids, and you're able to get into the rest of the house.
Okay. There wouldn't be. I'm sure that this is not an armed community.
Armed?
So armed, like there wouldn't be, like I
Nobody
wouldn't
has
be
arms.
able to find
You don't know.
bullets.
There could be.
or-
You could.
If I would be kind of like as I'm sneaking through.
Yeah, roll a
like,
search
on the
check.
prowl.
Did you say a sword?
That's a natural one.
A natural one.
It's a natural one plus 3.
You are only able to find one weapon. It is a gun. Pistol. Looks like a pistol. And it is sitting on a stand right next to a guy who is currently reading a book in a lounge chair.
Oh! I will make myself hidden.
You cast Pass Without Trace.
I go invisible.
So you just kind of like back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he is he blocking his face?
He is facing. His back is to you.
Oh, his back is to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the gun is like right next to him on a little stand.
No. People are not good for you. I will try to make my way across to the other side and see if I can get out
the front door.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a sneak check.
Fucking crushing it. 22.
You get to the front door. It's locked, but you are able to unlock it. Very slowly open the door, shut the door, and lock it, and you are out on the street. You see, on the other side of the street, she doesn't notice you at all. She's like past you already. You see Ray making her way down the street.
I'm trying to remember what Drew knows about Ray. Drew knows that Ray.
Oh yeah, he knows that she
Bullying
sucks.
Nick.
Yeah.
Okay. What's she doing? What she look like she's doing?
She looks like she's heading somewhere with purpose.
Okay, I would see that and trail her a little bit.
Okay.
Because if she's in the community,
Yeah,
she might be going towards Rachel or towards somebody that might have information.
for sure. You see that she, you follow her down a winding path. It's just like a couple turns, really. And you eventually get to a building that looks to be an old mattress store. But right outside of it are 2 guards. And she comes up to the front door. The guards let her pass. She knocks. And you see that Jack opens the door. And he's currently wearing just boxers and nothing else. And Ray hands him something. And he takes it and kind of talks with her a bit. And then from behind Jack, you see Rachel kind of like drape her arms over
Ew,
him.
I don't, during a work meeting? Ew.
And she kind of like pulls him back in a little bit. And Jack like says his goodbye to Ray and shuts the door. And Ray turns around and starts to leave.
This is just Angie. Curious. Is Ray mad?
Ray seems
mad.
matter of fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to create some sort of like love.
I get it.
Okay, so there's Rachel.
Yeah.
And also there's Jack. So
Mhm.
this is gonna be really fun. Okay. I'm gonna go toward the mattress store and see if there's a way that I can gain access to the mattress store.
I will just go ahead and I won't make you roll for this. You kind of on the outside of the perimeter case the store. There are, on the outside, there are no, every like window or door that is not the front door with 2 guards in front of it is boarded up. However, there are a stack of like boxes that are on one side of the wall, that could allow you to get to the ceiling or the roof to see if, because it's just a flat 1-story building, to see if that's something that you would, see if there's any possible entrances up there if you would like to.
Yeah, I think that seems like my best.
Roll a sneak check. And this is, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no. It had to come to an end.
10. You start to climb the boxes. You, like, and you get up on one, and then you check another one because it's cardboard, and you want to see if there's anything in it. And as you do that, it kind of moves, and it knocks another box next to it off, the first crate. And it slams on the ground. You hear one of the guards go, "What was that?" And you see a flashlight turn and face in your direction, but he still hasn't come around the corner yet, and it starts getting closer.
Can I go around to
The back?
opposite of where he is around the building?
Yeah, for sure. Easily enough.
Okay, I do that.
Okay. You see that you like peek around the corner, you see that he comes to where the boxes were. He sees the knockdown box. He's kind of like looking around, and then he starts heading in your direction.
Is there any shrubs? Any?
No, I mean you can just run away from the building if you want. You just won't be next to the building.
Oh, I want to be next to the building though.
And you can come back.
Okay. There, you said there were 2 guards.
Yeah. So one's still at the front
I'll-
door, you know.
If I turn the next corner, am I by the front door again?
No, so let's say the guards are on the north wall, the boxes are on the west wall. You ran around to the south wall, so if you turn in another corner, you're going up the east wall, which is just a blank wall.
Gotcha. Can I go around the east wall and look to see if the guard is still at the front door?
Yes. He does seem to be kind of focused on where his guy went, though.
Yeah. I have nothing. I don't even have a knife.
You have a gun with 1 bullet.
Yeah, and I'm not using it. Okay, yeah. Is there like a rock or something?
Sure.
Can I grab a rock?
Yeah.
How big is the rock?
Palm size.
Is it magical?
Sorry, not palm size. That'd be crazy. Let's say, I don't know, a little bit bigger than a golf ball.
Oh.
But it would definitely make a noise if you're trying to distract with a sound.
Yeah, I think I would.
You can always just
Is
walk
the
away
guy
and go
still
back to
coming?
the prison.
Is the guy still coming?
You like ran around. You see his flashlight kind of looking on the southern wall, but it doesn't actually look like he's doing a
Okay.
full circle.
I might just stay there for then.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
you stay there for a minute or so, and
Yeah.
eventually the other guy comes back, and there's 2 guards at the front door again.
Okay. Any windows on this side? No.
They're all boarded up if they were.
But, oh, okay. So everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's definitely in a protected spot, which makes sense.
Yeah. I want to get in there.
You can
wanna
attempt to
get-
get back on the ceiling.
In there. I think I'll try one more time.
Okay. Go ahead and roll another sneak check.
So I would make my way around back to the
Uh-huh.
17.
You're able to get on the ceiling, no problem. Now I need you to roll a search check.
Natural 20.
You find no obvious entrances, but for a 12-year-old boy, you find a smokestack that if you removed or lifted up the grate, you could maybe shimmy yourself down inside. And then you would basically be within like the air ducts of the building.
Yeah, I sit for a second thinking that there's some more stuff to come up from the millions of dinners that I've had. And then I'll see that smokestack and I'll be like, oh my gosh, it's just like the games.
It's just like the game on my PS Vita.
Yeah, my Vita.
You press square over and over and over again, and eventually the grate lifts up, and you're able to climb inside.
What do I see once?
You look down and you see like a 3-foot drop that you'll have to like shimmy yourself down, and then just an air duct that continues out of sight. But it looks big enough to hold you. A dull, just like machinic hum.
Okay.
Machinic? What the fuck?
Mechanical.
Mechanical.
I'll crawl down the duct.
Yeah.
Just trying to find like light or a voice or something.
Easily enough, you crawl throughout the air ducts, and much like the games, you conveniently come across a grate that is standing over top of a mattress that has 2 adults.
What are they doing?
Being adults at night.
Oh, are they?
They're doing taxes.
Yeah, they're wrestling.
Little midnight wrestling.
They're balancing a checkbook.
I don't know if Drew would know what is happening.
He does now.
I think 12 years old, PS Vita, Hoover Dam.
What games on
the
Vita?
Okay, but Hoover Dam, things Echo.
PS Vita fucked. Everybody knows that.
I think he would know what sex is.
Everybody who plays the PS Vita fucks. Yeah, maybe who would have told him about it though? Like who?
I think
Nick.
I think he would have heard what sounded like ghosts in the Hoover Dam, and then Sarah talked to him.
Okay, so.
And then Sarah had a conversation basically that was like, because he like basically like Drew
what kind of sex is happening at the Hoover Dam?
Listen, it's a lot of echoes. They bounce all over the place. Okay.
The Hoover Dam is for sure haunted. So we can
Boobs.
There's.
Sorry.
So for a second, it like takes him a second to like realize what he's seeing.
Yeah, you think they're fighting or something.
Yeah, and then
I don't know what's so confusing about looking down at a mattress where 2 adults are just doom scrolling and not touching each other.
Yeah.
They're doing adult things. Yeah, so he would probably be like, what? And then realize and be like, oh my god. And then just like lay on the he would just lay on the duct, cover his ears, and then every so often like wait and see if it's still happening. And
I would say after the kind of guy like Jack is, probably after about 5 minutes.
Is Jack still smoking a cigar?
He is now after the 5 minutes.
Oh.
You know, if they were on top of each other with one shot.
I smell the cigar.
Yeah, and you realize
and I'm like,
that maybe it's time.
He might be done.
And you see he is lying on his back, arm behind his head, smoking a cigar, and she is like laying on his.
Is he naked?
You don't know they have a blanket over, but they look naked.
Good.
There's an L-shaped blanket. Really covers her chest and his.
His, nice. Yeah.
PG-13.
What are they talking?
Yeah.
What are they saying? I'm gonna listen.
It's kind of hard to make it out, just because of the way that the sound is like. It's a big room, and so it's carrying fur. It's carrying fur. But they seem to just be like basically kind of like flirting with each other, like being like lovey-dovey with one another. And then after that, and after like a bit of silence, you hear Rachel say, "So are you going to tell me what happened today?" And Jack says, What needed to happen, that's what happened. It's what always happens, Rachel. What I needed to do to protect this community. She said, well, I'm just glad you're okay. And after a minute, it seems like they start to try to fall asleep.
I would very quietly try to continue down the tunnel or to the air duct to see if there's another opening into like another room.
Roll a sneak check.
19.
19? Yeah, easily enough. You're able to leave this area, make your way. Basically, this was a big, large open area, and you are in the large duct that like heats or cools the entire store, and then smaller ducts go off into like where the bathrooms or offices might be, and you're not able to fit in those. So basically, you just go to like where like the back of the store is, but there is a grate there, and you're like you don't see anything under you. It seems dark. You see like a dull glow from whatever light is where the bed is, but you don't see anything.
Can I drop down?
You can certainly try.
All this and you just fucking land on your neck.
How far does it look down?
Well, first you got to get the grate up.
I'll try to get the grade up first.
Okay. This is definitely going to be another sneak check because there was one just to get there, and this trying to move this around, and I'm going to need this in the chat of doom for sure.
And do I still get advantage? Or is that over?
For what?
'Cause that was the stealth. Or the sneak.
For the natural 20.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh, that was for like getting over the wall and
okay,
stuff.
I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know. I didn't think I hadn't been doing it.
Yeah, no. You don't know. It was just your
Okay,
next
so-
roll, basically.
Sneak. 10.
10.
You said chat of doom, Angie.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
It's not good, so it's not like I'm lying.
That's why I was trying to give you a possibility of a better roll.
I'll do it. I'll do Shadow Doom. Can we just see what happens if I do Shadow Doom?
Sure,
I don't want to
go ahead.
hate myself.
Roll in the chat of doom.
If it's a 1, don't take it, but if it's a 20, it definitely counts. That counts.
It would have been a dirty 20.
That counts.
It does not count.
It doesn't.
We're gonna
Oh,
take
come
the
on.
10. We're gonna take the 10. So
I've been rolling too well. I need something to happen.
you pull the grate back. You're getting it back. You get the grate about half off, and you make a loud like squeaking noise. And you hear, "What the fuck?" You hear Jack's voice, and you hear like movement.
The grate is like off, right?
It's half off. Yeah.
Can I try to put it back?
Yeah, sure. You can try to put it back.
Okay.
Go ahead. I was just saying you can. I mean, you can get it back. By the time you get it back, you see him like under you, and he's like looking up and looking around and like looking towards the grate.
I don't move. I don't breathe. I just like stay away from the grate.
He walks.
I want to die. This isn't fair. Like myself. If he goes away, I'll try again.
Get the grate off.
And then how far does it look down to drop?
This 10-foot drop.
That's not
2d6 or 1d6.
you
Yeah.
might take like a little bit of damage, like
Yeah.
you would survive it. You would survive it, but you might take a little bit of damage,
What
like
would
one
you
or
make
two
me
points.
roll
One or
if
two
I had to-
points.
Would it be a brawn?
Yeah, just a straight brawn check to see how much you can brunt it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do it. I need to get at least out of here.
Okay. So you drop down. Roll a brawn check.
2.
You take 2 points of damage. And then you hear a cock of a gun. And you turn...
Cock of a gun?
A cock of a gun. And you
Cock with a
turn
gun.
and you see Jack. And he's just standing there in his boxers, looking at you, with a gun pointed in your direction. Dumbass kid. You should have gone back through the vent and out through the ceiling. I heard a noise. You think I'm just gonna walk away from it? Give me your gun. He raises his gun.
I'll hand him the gun.
He takes it. And he slams you in the head with his gun. You take 3 more points of damage. And your vision flashes white.
If I can come to...
Yeah, you come. Yeah, it's just it flashes white, but you're like,
Yeah.
and you like immediately are down on your knees, but you're able to like kind of come to.
I'll look at him and I'll say, I know this doesn't matter to you, but I saved your life, and you said you owe me, and I came here willingly. I found you, and I came here so I could face you like a man.
By hiding in the rafters, kid. That's facing me like a man.
You think that your guards were gonna let me through without hurting me? No, I wanted to face you like a man.
Oh, everyone is
face
under
you.
direct order to bring you to me alive. Should they
But I
find
brought
you.
myself to you,
All
and
right,
I
kid.
did it.
All right. I hear what you're saying.
You owe
And-
me.
Don't push it. Roll a convince check.
9.
9. You saved my life. That's true. You did. You did do that, kid. And I do owe you. So I'll let you watch the others die first. Then I'll kill you. Sound good?
I don't want them to die.
Well, too bad. Because they are. And it's your fault. And you know what? I kind of like it better this way. Because now you'll get to die feeling that immense guilt. Knowing that you did wrong. Because you simply could have just sided with me, Drew. I was willing to protect you. You could have been an important part of this community, but you failed. You were a coward.
What can I do to make you not kill them?
Kid. And he kind of kneels. Meets you closer to your level. God. You know, even I realize that you're just a kid. This has got to be hard on you. I get that. I do. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. You and your friends are dying. That's going to happen. And it's gonna be because of me.
Is a golf ball smaller than this?
Yes.
This?
Yeah, around that size, yeah. A bit bigger than that, maybe, between those two.
In the middle of this speech, can I take my rock and just slam him in the temple and try to get the gun?
Okay, I'm gonna make you both roll opposing agile checks to see how quickly you can act and how quickly he can react.
Rolling it with the gun.
No, you're gonna roll this in the chat and do.
Oh, okay.
Let's go ahead and roll yours first.
And you said agility check?
Agility,
Just
straight.
agility.
Or, I mean, we can, because I know you're proficient in it, because I think you are, you're proficient in parkour, right?
Yeah.
We'll make it parkour.
Okay. 17 plus 6.
All right, that is a 23. He has a +4. So there is a potential that he can beat you, but it's low. Here we go. That is a 5. +4 is a 9. So you are able to hit him. Go ahead and roll a d4 plus your brawn, which I think is 0. So
that is a 4.
nice.
But Zach, I'm just a baby. So that's an 8.
Okay. You use your bonus action. I'm just a baby.
I'm just a baby.
And we're gonna say narratively, the way you use that bonus action is you're giving Jack puppy dog eye.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry.
you are really acting as if you are eating up everything that he's saying. And he kind of leans forward at one point, and you swing the golf ball and you slam him right in the temple. He falls down on the ground. Fuck! Ah!
I'm gonna grab the gun.
You can grab your gun, and you
Yeah.
can shoot it if you would like to try.
I would like to.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack. This is also going to be in the Chat of Doom.
Chat of Doom. This is a +6. So 14.
14. That is going to hit and do half damage.
Do you want me to roll the damage in the chat of Doom?
No, you can roll that first.
Okay. Oh, D6.
D6.
32 damage.
That is a 6 plus 4. That is 10 points of damage.
Okay, you shoot
Half damage,
Jack.
so I guess 5.
You shoot Jack right in the abdomen. He immediately falls to the ground, coughs, blood comes out of his mouth. He doesn't look good. You have put Jack on the verge of death by slamming him into his temple. So this is what I was going to say. You can either run out of here right now and not take any chance of him trying to fight you back because he has because he's so focused on the pain that is happening to him right now. Or you can attempt to try to grab his gun, but there's a chance that you get hurt in the process.
I mean, he's just gonna come back with more of a vengeance. I gotta fucking finish this.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Roll. So this is going to be opposing. This time, I'm gonna say you're quick enough to grab it from him, but you have to pull it from him.
Okay.
You are both going to roll muscle checks. He is going to have disadvantage.
Okay.
This is in the Chat of Doom as well. I'm sorry. This
Yeah.
is just these are
No,
high
that's
stakes
okay.
rolls.
I just love dice.
Yes, no, I
so
totally
that's okay.
understand. These are just such high stake rolls. I love the
it's
tension of the Chat of
muscle,
Doom. Muscle.
And he has disadvantage.
And he'll
Okay,
have
I
disadvantage, but you roll first, and you have
This
just
is
a
a straight
0.
roll.
Straight roll.
Yeah.
8.
8. But he has disadvantage.
He has disadvantage, and with his brawn, he gets a +3. That is an 8 plus 3 is 11.
Damn it!
But he has disadvantage. There's one more roll. That is a 9
Oh.
plus 3. That is a 12. Drew, how many health points do you have right now?
7.
0.
7. He is going to roll a d6 plus 2.
Ooh.
And we are going to roll this in the chat of doom. That is a 4 plus 2. That is 6. And you have 7, right?
Yeah.
Drew, I need you to roll a muscle check for me. And I need you to beat a 15 or pass out.
In the chat,
Yeah.
a muscle check is a straight roll for me, and it's higher than a 15.
Higher than a 15. It's got to be higher than a 15. It's a
Oh,
4. You pass out.
Yeah.
That's when we're going to take a little bio break. So we will be right back to see the events come morning. So don't go anywhere. Stand up, stretch,
so
and get...
we're mourning? Is that what's happening?
Stand up, stretch, and get some water. But stay tuned because we will be right back.
Children.
I get lucky with when I unmute because they didn't hear that, and but Eric said dead children. Okay, so
Well, Zach's about to do it.
Eric, do you think that Vincent went to sleep?
No,
Okay.
not without checking some boxes first.
Okay, what boxes?
I mean, Tyler knows I have a knife, and I know that he knows that I know
Yeah,
that he
but
knows.
he is just facing the wall right now.
Yeah. Just from like my cot or whatever.
Mhm.
It's like, hey Tyler,
What, man?
are you gonna become a problem?
No, just leave me out of.
Can I trust you, Tyler? I want to trust you.
Man,
Prove it to me. Like, prove it to me because
he turns around. Dude, my back is to you.
okay?
I clearly trust you to not just kill me, right?
Well, what are you going to do about it if I was?
I fight back.
Yeah, good luck, buddy.
Excuse me. I think I.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what you think?
I do think. Yeah.
Oh, you got some fight in you, tough guy?
I don't know you have a knife in your hand. No.
All right. Sit down. Calm down.
You
Tyler.
sit down and calm
just
down.
All right. I'll sit down.
He sits down.
I
Listen,
mean,
man.
can I do like a vibe
Yeah,
check
you,
on him?
You definitely can.
Yeah. Vibe check.
And you know what? I'm gonna say
That's a natural 20.
Okay, I was gonna say you have advantage.
I'll roll it twice. 18. 19.
With a nat 20, he's acting very nervous, and you get the vibe that he's waiting for you to relax.
Right. But here's the thing, though. Vinny don't relax. Not tonight.
Put it on a t-shirt.
I mean, he would like lay down, and then he'll go up to Tyler. I'll go up to Tyler. It's like, all right, Tyler, just look. Nothing's gonna happen, and as long as you do nothing, you can walk out of here tomorrow. You can just don't be a fucking hero, Tyler.
Listen, man. You've seen the way this world works. You're not different. You're not any different from these fucking people, man. I know that when Ben gets you out of here, you're gonna let those infected loose. And I know that because I know your plan, I either have to join you or you're gonna kill me. I know that those are the only two options.
So what's it gonna be, Tyler?
I'm not gonna join you, dude. You're gonna die. He's gonna find you. He's gonna kill you. You have no idea what this guy is capable of.
I'll see you in the morning, Tyler.
He lays back on his bed and he puts his knees up against his chest and he just stares at you. And he just waits. Or at least attempts to.
I mean, murdering's usually pretty loud.
And you do know that there's another guard out there now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because Ben was here on his shift. He wasn't there all night.
I'll just stare him down and try to outlast him, see if he falls asleep, and I'll stay awake by, if I need to, like, cut myself a little bit. Like,
okay.
Use the knife to help me stay awake.
I'm gonna say you both are gonna roll
Probably agility.
Actually, I will allow either muscle because of your sheer power of just like your constitution, or I'll also allow cunning. Sheer force of will to keep yourself awake. I'll allow either one of those rolls. He is going to roll his cunning.
Do you want me to do it in the chat of Doom?
Yes, and he gets a +2 to this. I'll roll his first. He gets a +2 to this. That is a natural 20. But you, using your knife, do get advantage.
Perfect. Great. Thank you. 19.
You can take so this is how we'll do this. You can take a point of damage to roll again.
Got a natural 20.
I mean, you have to beat a 22. That's what you have to beat.
I have to roll a 19 to tie. I have a +3 to cunning.
So or if you trust him, you can just fall asleep.
I don't trust him though, because I rolled a fucking natural 20 on a different roll.
You don't know he's gonna try to kill you though. He might just try to grab the knife from you.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm doing it.
Take a point of damage. Roll again.
Yep. Fuck.
That's a 2. It's up to you. You can keep going, or you can just go to sleep.
I do have the knife, like, not out, but I have it, like, in my hand, like, tucked on.
Stabbed in your leg?
Yeah, I have it currently stabbed in my leg.
All right, Tyler, I'm going to bed.
All right, so this is what we'll do. Because you fell asleep, we're now going to roll 2 opposing muscle checks.
Why?
You will be, because he's going to attempt to pry this knife away from you.
Right.
You will have...
Could it be brawn?
Yes. You will have disadvantage because you fell asleep. He gets a +0 to that. I'll roll his first.
Okay. I got a +4.
That's a 10.
Okay, all right.
You have disadvantage, but you get a +4.
No.
Okay. Neither one gets it. He gets the knife from you, and you wake up. He's standing. He's standing there, and he backs up once he has the knife. Listen, man. We make it to the morning. I'll give this back to you. But it's mine until then.
Guard! He's got a knife! Knife! He's got a knife!
No! What a play! Holy shit! Oh my god! Okay, so no! I don't. He's got one. Tyler yells. He throws the knife back at you. You just let it land on the ground.
Do I hear somebody coming?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. The door. Well, actually, the guard has to wait. He has to like call another guard and has to wait. So you hear like commotion, but there's gonna be like 2 minutes pass, and so he's like,
I will try to I'll reopen the wound on my leg if I can.
What the fuck?
Make it look like a fresh wound.
You're fucking insane, man. You're fucking insane, man. The door unlocks. And you see Spence sitting there with a rifle up against the wall, both of you.
He stabbed me, and I'll like be clutching my leg.
Spence walks in. I mean, this looks exactly like you're saying it is. Spence walks in, slams the butt of the gun against Tyler. Tyler's head hits the wall, and he starts to drag him out of the room, basically. Spence looks over at you. Behind Spence, you see Ray looking with just a pistol, not up, but just like looking and at the ready. Spence looks at you and says, "Kick it over here."
I'll kick it over there.
He picks it up. And he looks at it. You stole this from Ben? And Tyler starts to say, "No, man, no. Ben gave it to him to kill me. Ben's gonna help them get out of here, man. That's what happened. Ben came here and he talked to all of them.
Ben's gonna be fucking pissed, man. You're dead."
All right, I need you. I'm gonna say roll a convince check, and I'm gonna say because you have an open knife wound, you have advantage. However, this is a DC. For him to just not be suspicious of you at all, we're talking DC 17.
I have a +0.
Okay.
I'll roll it in the chat of doom.
Okay. That's a 5 and a 14. That is, but with a 14, he is just like, all right, you, basically, he doesn't seem suspicious of you, but there seems like you are pretty confident he's going to start asking questions. And you kick the knife, he picks it up. Tyler is taken out of the room, and the door is shut.
Would we have woken up from the commotion?
Oh, of course. Yeah, for sure. You hear pretty much as soon as he yelled he has a knife, you've heard all of it since then.
I would go up to the door and yell like, "Hey, what's going on?" to the guards.
Just keep it down. One of your fellow prisoners decided to steal from one of the guards and hurt the other prisoner.
Tyler fucking stabbed me. Oh, yo.
That.
He stole a knife. Where would he get a knife from?
I didn't steal it, man. Ben gave it to them.
Ha, Ben. Ben's the nicest guard here. Do you think he'd do anything that would lead to somebody getting hurt?
Ben, roll a convince check for me.
Mm-hmm.
Charismatic skin.
Thank you for the backup. Tom waits.
Roll. Damn.
That's a 2. Plus what?
+6.
+6, an 8. He's just, once again, he doesn't necessarily think you're outright lying. He just doesn't believe what either of you are saying.
Mm.
But what he does believe is that Tyler stabbed Vince. That is what he believes. And so he tells everybody else to quiet down, shut up, and you guys hear Tyler is taken out of the building. Okay. I'm going to roll d20. Okay. Okay.
That's good.
So, the next morning,
Good high number.
you hear your cell doors open. Each of you. You are greeted by the face of Ben.
My boy.
And Maria is also there. Ben looks at all of you and says, "Something happened. Here." And he gives, he has 4 weapons. 2 knives, 2 handguns. Who takes what?
I'm a pretty good shot.
Yeah, it's your agile stat for your shot, so probably the best 2 agile people.
Well, aren't they both
Yeah.
agility?
They are, yeah. I just meant for shooting, though.
Yeah.
I know, you're the brawler. I know.
I only got muscles.
What's our other companion?
Roy.
I'll take a handgun.
Roy. Yeah. What's Roy built for?
Roy's got a +4 to his shot.
And yeah, I'd say Roy probably is the better.
Well,
Okay.
I still have the little.
You have the file, yeah.
I have the file, which I'm guessing is also it's like a reskin.
It's a
knife.
knife, yeah. It's a
Yeah,
knife.
yeah. So I don't really need one.
Okay. So
I need a knife.
Tom gets a knife, and we'll say Missy gets a knife.
The magician and the old woman.
If there's
And
an extra
he's-
knife, I'll take it.
Well, you already have.
I don't know if there is. Yeah.
Well, Missy.
Well, I got my knife taken away. But
Missy would say that she would like a knife. Like he starts to give you a gun and a knife, but she goes
there's
like
2 knives and 2
two
four.
guns.
I thought there was 4 knives. Never mind.
No. 4 weapons total. So he said. So you can take it if you want, but Missy does say like,
No.
"Come on, let me have
I
that."
thought there
Kid.
was 4 knives.
So she takes that. Ben says, "We're supposed to take you outside. Don't freak out. Keep the weapons hidden. Whatever move you make, I'll follow." And Maria worriedly looks at all of you and just kind of nods her head. "I'm here with you." And
Did you talk to Terrence?
Ben says, "I mentioned to him that we should get out of here. I didn't mention letting you guys escape. I mentioned we should get out. And he seemed reluctant. He told me he wouldn't tell anybody if I did. But he starts to lead you outside. And he says, you need to act like prisoners. And the 2 of them lead you outside. You are greeted by a bright, shining sun.
I played a prisoner once. This should be good.
Oh God! You are greeted by a bright, shining sun, and there are multiple figures outside. You see Ray with a rifle that she's holding. You see Spencer with a shotgun that he's holding. And then Ben and Maria bring you guys out. You see Terrence is there as well. And not too far away, but not in the main group, you see Gary, Spence's dad. And then right in the center, you see Jack. He has a bandage wrapped around his abdomen that he seems to be faring. And his left eye is solid red. And there's bruised veins and bloody bruising cascading from a hit to his temple. And in the middle of this circle that has been created, there's the body of Sarah Myers, actively rotting away. It is clear that wildlife has started to eat away and peck at her remains. Lying next to her is a freshly killed Tyler, with a bullet hole in his skull. And currently on his knees in front of Jack is Drew Myers. Drew, you healed 1 hit point over the night, so you're at 2. Also, you would heal 1 hit point as well, Vince, from taking some from the knife. And Drew looks bloodied and hurt. He has no binds on him, but he has a gun to his head, as Jack is using his left arm to hold his ribs and his right arm to point a gun down at Drew. Morning, prisoners. As you can see here, your little friend decided to visit me in the evening. I gotta hand it to the kid. He almost killed me. He actually almost did it. I'm in a fucking lot of pain right now. And I'm angry. And this little shit, and he like pushes on the back of your head with the gun, like causing you to like definitely like winces and hurts. He's seen his last moment alive. And I need all of you to know that. And I also need all of you to know that I don't care if you were caught with him. You are all being killed today.
Can I just be like staring at Terrence Not aggressively, but just making eye contact with him.
For sure. That wasn't originally going to be the plan. But it seems over the night that escapes have been discussed. Now, unfortunately, I've lost trust with all of you. But I'm going to give 2 of you the chance to make things right now. Tom, Missy, step forward. Get down on your knees and apologize to me, and you may live throughout this day.
I'll look over at Missy and just kind of like give a...
Missy looks at Jack, looks at you. She sees you looking at her. She contemplates for a moment, looks down. And then she just looks back at Jack. Jack squeezes the gun tighter. And then he looks over at you, Tom.
Tom gets down on his knees.
Good move.
Listen, Jack, I don't know anything about escape plans. I've been here long enough. You think I would have tried to make Missy here too. She's been here for damn longer than I have. You think if there's any attempts to make an escape from us, that would have happened by now. And hey, by way of fixing that pain, I don't know if you all found it, but in the stuff that you took off me, there was some old Percocets hidden in one of my bags. Could take the edge off.
Tom, I can always rely on you to save your own ass. And you know what? You may be as slimy as they come, but I believe you. I can't help myself. And you're right about one other thing. I think Missy's overstayed her welcome. He looks over at Ray and he nods. Ray turns the rifle and shoots Missy in the skull. Missy falls down to the ground. Jack reaches down and grabs Drew by the hair and pulls you back so that you're looking at him. And he says, "You scared yet, kid?"
Oh, sir.
Pushes you. Balls of steel, this one. You know, after I kill all of you, I'm gonna have to take care of that settlement. Because if all of you come from this cloth, that's just the kind of independence I can't have around here. You're too close. You need to be snuffed out.
Where is Ray?
So basically, you all are in 2 different semicircles, basically. So there's Jack at the apex of one circle. Right next to him is Spence. On the other side of him is Ray. And then Terrence, and then Maria and Ben, and then all of you form the other side.
Okay, so she's not near me at all.
No, not right now.
Okay.
How far are we from like Jack and Drew?
Yeah.
I'd say 15, 20 feet max.
I want to... God, I mean, fuck. I feel so nervous doing anything. I guess I want to just kind of glance at... Vince, are you still looking at Terrence?
As much as I can, yeah. But if like I'm not like just dead staring at him for like the whole time.
I want to just kind of glance to the people that have guns at least.
Mm-hmm. Roy looks at you. He looks nervous.
And I have my hands up. Oh, well, here's a better question. Before I do this, where where specifically are like Ray and Jack looking directionally? Which cardinal direction are they looking?
They're both looking toward because your backs are towards the entrance of the building, so they're looking towards the east. You are looking towards the west.
Shit.
So you are facing the community. They're facing
right.
the back
Okay,
of the
never
prison.
mind. Awesome. Never mind then. I
Okay.
can't. I was gonna do something. But
Okay. Yes.
I think-
Eric. Sorry.
No, I'm just trying to figure out east and west.
Oh, okay.
We're looking east.
You're looking west.
We're looking west.
Your back is
Okay,
to the
got it.
entrance of the holding cells, and you are looking
Got it.
west. What did you say, Soph? Sorry.
I think Tom would sort of like start crawling towards Jack, and like is now like blubbering like, oh, please don't, you don't have to kill anybody, you don't have to, please don't hurt me though, oh my god, like please let me.
All right. Listen, you've already groveled enough. You can cool it, Tom. You're surviving.
His gun is
this
still
day.
pointed at Drew.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That's why he had Ray. Too. I see. So you're about.
Ray
like,
can go fuck herself.
I would say you're about 10 feet away now, Tom. That you've like squirmed through. Roy looks at you, Vince. He's like, looks at you expectantly.
What kind of vibe did I get from Terrence? Like, what did I get? Like, did I make eye contact with him?
Yes, you did, and he go and roll a vibe check. Go and roll a vibe.
Dirty 20, 19 plus 1.
He has a hesitance about him, but he really doesn't like what's going on here.
If Roy is looking at me, I'll give him a wink. And then I'll pull up my gun and shoot Jack.
All right, let's roll initiative. All right. Yeah, everybody.
Oh, okay, good. Pretty good.
What do we? I'm so sorry. I ask this every fucking time.
Agility, and you're fine.
Just agility. Lovely.
Agility.
That should be pretty good.
Ooh.
That's a dirty 20 for me.
Nice. Hold on just a second. I'll ask them for.
Oops, sorry.
You're totally good. You're totally good. Because I'm not putting your tokens out, so I'm gonna put. Okay, and so basically we're gonna roll initiative. Vince, you will have one surprise round before everybody. Okay, so you got a 20 what, Nick?
Just a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, Tom?
So it's a 15.
15, Vince?
21.
21, nice.
Hell yeah.
Drew? Drew?
15 also.
15 also. Whose agility is higher? I'm just gonna. I think it's kids. So, but Drew first. Jack doesn't get an initiative. He's one of the NPCs, so he'll go in between. But Roy does. So Roy gets a +3 to this. That's a dirty 20. He'll go after Nick. So Vince, you are up. You shoot this first attack. Go ahead.
Headshot him.
He has cover, kind of, because he's hiding behind. He's behind Drew. So you are. He's Drew's on his knees and he's a kid, but you are a little bit more careful with your aim. So he does have a little bit of a higher AC.
Don't roll it out one.
Yes.
The gun that I have, is it like a revolver? Like I'm gonna have to reload, or like reload in between each shot, or what? Like what?
No, No, it's 6 straight shots.
Got it.
Oh, yeah. So I should let you know that. Yeah, those of you who got guns, it's 6 bullets that you have.
6 bullets. Okay, that's what I had. So I will fight dirty then.
Okay.
And
taking
I
advantage.
will get advantage on
All
the
right.
attack.
Smart.
I will roll in the chat of doom. That's fun.
God. That sucks.
That's a 23.
That's a 23. Okay, so
Headshot threshold?
that is not headshot threshold, but he got really hurt yesterday. And so this is full damage. So go ahead and roll full damage. Jack's the big bad. So
So it's a D6 plus 4.
did get healed by a med kit.
So 6.
And then take your second shot. Because you were next.
Oh yeah.
He's not dead.
No, he is not dead. But he looks very hurt. You shoot him and it hits him right in the throat. And he starts to like fall back.
So with the bonus action, so I could use that again right now?
Yeah, because it's technically a new turn. Yeah. And just so you know, because this is your first time playing, I mean, you should use your bonus action right now, but your bonus action also acts as like a reaction. So if you didn't want to use it on your turn, you could save it throughout the turn order. But I would use it.
We gotta take that. We gotta take
Yeah.
mark a off. And I will roll.
A natural 20 with that.
I'm gonna roll again.
Jack. Okay, so Jack starts to fall back, and he is his throat. He's covering his throat. He releases his pistol. His hands are at his throat. He looks horrified. His eyes are wide with fear. What do you do in this moment? How do you do this?
I want to take like the what's is it the fugitive where like he just stands there, both hands like out, take like the perfect stance, and then I'll just shoot him right between the eyes, drop him.
Jack is hit square in the skull. He falls back to the ground, blood immediately pouring on the sand, and it's battle now. Guns just start firing off. After Vince's turn, it is an NPC's turn. So Ray screams,
Fuck her.
"No!" And she turns her rifle towards Vince.
If I have movement, can I like run away?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, so I would run like I would run towards like that. I would run towards just straight to the east.
Okay, cool. Well, you're gonna straight to the east is the building, so you're gonna have to like kind of run down to the south. So but you start heading your way. She will still get a shot off on you. She gets a +4 to this. That is a 13 + 4, which is 17. That's gonna hit. That is 5 points of damage to you. As you get hit like right in the calf. It doesn't like impede your running, but it slices through, causing a lot of pain. But that's the end of her turn, as she just starts kind of like backing up.
Run towards where he hid that piece of wall.
Oh yeah, remember? Easily. Yeah, it's the same direction. Yeah. Yep. So she starts backing up and she's firing. That's how she uses her movement. That's the end of her turn. Nick, you're up.
I'm gonna. Can I get to Ray?
Yeah, easily.
I want to rush at her, pull out the file that's Sarah got me, and I'm just gonna try to go for the neck.
Yeah, roll for an attack.
Yeah, that's a 19 on the die, plus my agility. So what? 23.
23. With a 23, you sprint forward. You stab Ray right in the neck. She immediately starts coughing blood. Blood splats in your face, and she kind of like falls to her knees. You see the life fade from her eyes, and she kind of stares at you, and she falls to the ground.
As she's fading away, I just give her one last wink.
Okay, amazing.
And then pick up and then I want to pick up her rifle that she had.
Yeah, for sure. In this time, you hear. Oh wait, I need to roll because technically they're on your side now. I need to roll for Ben
Terrence
and Maria. Terrence is frozen. He's a neutral object right now. Ben gets a +2. That's a 12. Maria gets a +3. That's an 11. Maria. Okay, so after Nick goes, it's Spence's go. He's gonna say, "Fucking, we gotta get out of here." Spence goes to the walkie-talkie on his shoulder and calls for backup. And he is going to take a shot at you, Nick. He gets
Okay.
+4 to this. That's a 12, which I think misses. Or just
What?
hits. No, I think it misses.
Just misses.
Yeah.
It just misses.
So he shoots the shotgun. You dodge out of the way last second. The pellets explode in the ground. Dust goes everywhere. He starts sprinting towards the main gate. That is the end of Spence's turn. It's now Roy's turn, who is going to fire in Spence's direction.
Oh yeah.
And with a +4 to this, that's an 11. That's gonna miss, and he runs after Vince. That's how Roy spends his turn. Enemies don't go after NPCs. Drew. You're up.
Oh lordy. So I would have seen Jack go down. I would have looked over at Vince, who's probably already
He's
preoccupied.
starting to run away. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just be like,
You see me get shot.
Yeah. you do.
damn. Can I take Jack's gun?
Yep.
I would take Jack's gun. How many bullets does it have in it?
6.
Whoa! Is it it's just a handgun?
Yeah, just regular handgun.
Cool. And I will go after who's closest to me.
Technically, Terrence. Spencer just ran 33 away from you.
But Terrence hasn't.
Terrence is just looking at all of this in horror.
Yeah, Terrence hasn't harmed
Nope.
me or been a part of a team that's harmed me. So
Nope, he has not.
I'll try to take off after Spence and
Do you go in the opposite direction of Vinny
yeah.
and go after Spence? Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, you easily enough can run, and you get close to him.
And he's running away, right? Like
He's running to the main gate. Yeah.
the main gate. I'll just go, hey!
He's still running.
He's to run. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll shoot at him.
All right. Roll an attack.
He won't answer me? Alright, shoot at him.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. Okay, so you shoot your gun. Spence gets hit in the back of the head and just slams on the ground and slides forward a couple feet. He's dead.
I'll look around to see if anybody saw it.
I saw that.
I'll look at Nick, and I'll be like,
You see Terrence has a gun raised up at you.
at me? Well, I can't do anything.
He just has a gun raised in your direction.
I think you're gonna have to go into those teardrop tattoos now.
So that's the end of your turn. You've used your
yeah,
movement and
I'll-
action unless you want to use a bonus action for some reason.
Can I use my bonus action to take cover that he has pointed to me? Or
you,
at least
you use your movement to just sprint straight after him. There's nothing for you to hide behind.
Okay, then
Yeah.
that's my turn.
All right. Terrence looks at you, and he shakes his head. You had a chance. You had a chance.
Dude.
So do you!
And he runs away,
Ha!
but not with any of you. He goes the opposite direction.
Bye.
All right, that's the end of Terrence's turn. Tom, you're up.
I would run after Drew. So
Okay.
And grab hold of Drew and start heading back towards the rest of our group.
Okay, yeah, I can say you
Come
can
on,
use
kid.
your. I can say you can use your action to dash, pick him up, and start heading back that way.
Wait, you
Um,
pick me up?
Yeah.
Unless
Like
you find
fully?
it. Yeah.
No. I have 2 hit points.
Yeah,
This feels
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, because
Yeah,
Ray,
who's
Jack,
left?
and Spence are dead, you all get to the basically what would that be? The southeastern corner of the wall. More so on the south side because
Oh,
that's where
no.
the knife was hidden.
Goobers.
And for the immediate future, as of right now, no one is around you that is an enemy. What do you
Do
do?
I find the knife?
Yeah, easily enough.
We're all together.
Yeah, you guys
Is
all
Ben and Maria with us?
Ben, Maria, Roy, Missy.
I look
Missy's
at
dead.
Missy's dead.
Oh, sorry,
man.
yeah,
Come
Missy's
on.
You
dead.
killed her.
Ben,
Missy's
Maria, and
there.
Roy.
So Sarah.
Ben,
We're all
Maria, and
together.
Roy.
I look
No.
at
No Terrence.
No, Terrence ran the opposite direction. He was horrified by the act of Drew.
Was Terrence running like towards the community? Oh shit.
I look
And I mean,
at
Spence already called for backup.
Nick and I say,
I turn around so you can see everybody.
"Hey,
Hey, Drew's news. Hey.
hey, I'm okay. I threw up everything I ate this past time, and now I'm hungry, and I think we should go.
Yeah,
We
we,
should
start
get
to
out of here.
hear
We gotta get the fuck out of
commotion at the front gate. I think they're this way. Oh my god, what the fuck is happening here? Blah, blah, blah.
I mean, you guys know what I think we should do.
We
We need to get out of here.
gotta.
And release those zombies.
That's what we should do.
Drew, are they all hooked up together by one lock, or do you know how it works?
Would I have seen that when I?
You would see that they are all chained to a single long chain that is looped within the chain link thing. So if you were to
Let that loop go.
then
Yeah, but if we let them go, how do we know that they're not gonna like
We're-
get us?
We're gonna be on the other side of the fence, and then we just book it. I don't know. That's my best.
you would know that if
Thinking.
you were to break the gate, like it'll take the infected a minute or so to like break out of the like loop of the chain link fence. So you would get a head start on running, and by that time they would hear a commotion that would drive them the opposite.
Well, then how?
Let's do
I
it.
mean,
Let's fucking go. Dom?
Dom? Oh,
Tom.
Tom. I was like, Dom.
For
Dom?
Nick Toretto? Family!
Vin Diesel, what are you doing here?
I would look at Ben and Maria and be like, do you have any medical supplies on you?
Maria says, I have a med kit.
All right, not for now, but when we get someplace we need
Yeah,
to
we gotta hop this fence like now. You all start to help each other over the fence because a lot of commotion has happened and these infected are riled up. You all can get to the top of the fence and jump past the infected, but the infected, you are going to need to roll, and this is all going to be in the chat of doom. You are going to need to roll parkour checks, and if it is below a 13, you will have an attack on you.
Okay.
Below a 13.
Below a 13,
Below
because you're
13.
just
You
getting
want
to
us
the
to
top
go
of
in
the
an
fence
order?
and jumping. So
Yeah.
so I'll say Vince, you were the first initiative order. So Vince, roll a parkour check. Tell us what your modifier is.
My modifier is a +6.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Roll it. Right.
Perfect.
Vince jumps from the other side. He's fine. Nick, what is your modifier?
+5.
+5. Okay.
Please. Knew it.
5
I
plus
fucking
5
knew
is a
it.
10. Okay, so you do get an attack attempt on you.
Okay.
So this is going to be a +4. That is an 18. That succeeds.
It's not a natural 20, so they're not going to bite me.
It's not
So
a natural 20.
that's okay.
And you take 1 point of damage.
Hey, I'm cool with that.
There you go. So they just like kind of slam at you as you're running away. Drew, you're next.
I'm up and slam.
I have a +6.
Okay, Drew makes it over. Tom, what's your modifier?
I have a +0.
All right.
Oh, dude.
You're good.
Ooh, that's an attacked attempt. This is a +4. Oh, a natural 1!
Oh!
You land literally right between two infected. They both lunge at you, and you duck out of the way, and they slam into each other, and you just kind of Willy Wonka with your top hat, like stumble forward and then pop up.
Such a silly murder spree.
It is now Ben and Ria's turn.
Oh,
Ben
God.
gets a +0 to this.
I'll feel so
I
bad.
shoot Ben in the knee.
That's a 10.
No.
So an infected gets
Paddling.
a hit on Ben. This is +4. That's a 9.
I want
This is
someone to
Ben.
get eaten so fucking bad.
This is Maria. She gets a +3.
Come on, Maria.
Natural 1.
And it's an
Hey.
18. All of you jump off the side, and you feel you have successfully made it.
So Is it zombies, fence, and then community, or how does it work?
Um,
Like, are we on the side of the fence with the infected?
yes, you are.
Okay. Is there like a gate?
And they're facing the like open world.
Right.
And so basically, if you were to free them right now, they would initially start to pull and go after you. But by the time they eventually break free, you would hope, or you would think, that there would be enough noise elsewhere towards the direction of the community and inside the prison that they would head that way.
Is there a gate on, or no? Is it just solid fence?
There is a gate, but that's on the western wall. You just jumped over
Okay,
the southern wall, more sort to the
there's a
eastern
gate on
side.
this side.
Nope, there's only one entrance to it's a prison, so.
Yeah. All right. Stick with the plan.
So you attempt to. Okay, so in order to attempt to break this chain that they are attached to, you can shoot it from where you are now. It'll be at a disadvantage, or you can get closer and shoot it, because shooting is the only thing you're going to be able to do. Unless, actually, you can either shoot it from a distance at disadvantage, shoot it up close and have an attempt to get a bite on you, or you can have your, let's say, brawler attempt to put pry one link off with a knife, but also a bite might happen.
All right, Roy, take the shot.
Roy at disadvantage, he's gonna get a +4.
You should get a little closer, Roy. You don't want to miss.
I'm gonna do it from fucking back here.
Ah!
And he's gonna take a shot at disadvantage. He gets a +4 to this. And the AC here for this chain is dirty 20. You gotta get a 20. That's a dirty 20.
Disadvantage.
Oh, and that's a 19. So he hits it, and it kind of like pings off. Fuck. Or you shoot
Told you
it.
to get closer, Roy.
No, you get closer.
You have
then.
more bullets. You have more bullets than I do.
Not anymore.
Oh
I
my
don't.
gosh! I'll shoot
Yeah,
it.
you do. I shot twice.
You shoot it
I'll shoot it.
at disadvantage, or do you get closer?
I'll get closer.
Okay.
True.
I don't care who does it.
You then roll for at advantage. What is it? At advantage?
Yeah, it's 13.
13. All right. This is infect is going to attempt to attack you. +4 to this.
What are you doing, man?
Please don't do this.
I mean, hey. I said that if you get closer, that they get. You understood that, right, Andrew?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
You made it.
+4 to this. 22. How many health points do you have? 2?
I have 2, but I am just a meddling kid. So
okay, so disadvantage. Okay. That's a 19.
Oh no.
Does anybody else have any bonus actions they want to try to use?
That would help.
Only for myself. Yeah.
I can give the zombie advantage.
I can give the zombie advantage. I thought charismatic had like distract or something.
Distract gives advantage on an attack.
Oh, advantage on one.
We don't have
Can you
protector.
distract the lock?
Can I shoot at whatever zombie's going for Drew?
I think that's.
I know. I'm just trying. I'm just trying.
All right.
He wants to show up. He fucking
Drew
escaped
learned
death,
nothing.
like 3 times.
Drew has learned nothing.
That's 3 points of damage.
Bye, Drew.
Hey.
Okay. Well. All right. Drew.
This game's fun. I like this.
Drew is tired of hearing Vince and Roy argue about it. And so Drew steps forward and he fires a bullet at the chain. And as he does, this is what I will allow for this moment. Drew gets bitten. Right on the shoulder. Right by the neck.
We can cut that off.
And You are on death's door. You're at 1 HP.
Well, 2 technically.
No, you're down to 1 now. And Drew has been bitten. And you're able to pull Drew away. But he is currently bleeding from his neck, and like I said, has been bitten.
Drew's immune, right? No?
Can I roll for immunity?
If you roll a nat 20 in the chat of doom right now, I will give you immunity.
You're too nice, Zach. You're too nice.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, of course. Just like we weren't gonna level up.
Oh, close.
Not close.
Drew collapses, falls unconscious.
I go and grab him and
Pick him up.
yeah.
Fuck.
Drew, wake up. We need you to shoot again.
Drew, you're only hope.
You start to hear commotion. I mean, they've heard gunfire now. They're starting to head even more so this way. Do you still try to get the chains off?
This was a stupid fucking idea.
Can I grab Drew's gun?
I could do it one more time.
What'd you say?
Did Drew like drop his gun or what?
Yeah. Technically, Drew, you fell unconscious for this moment. Yeah.
Oh, I'm unconscious.
Yeah, just for this moment. So
Can
yeah,
I
Drew
grab
drops
the
his
gun?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you all start running. You don't try to take the chain off.
I'm not trying. I'm getting out of here.
I take Drew's body and go.
I'm holding him.
Oh, okay.
You start sprinting into the open desert. Because there were shots at the fence, it doesn't take long for them to find out in what direction you were heading. They climb to the top of the fence and they see you in the far distance running away. You had a head start enough that you're a few hundred feet away from them. You start to sprint towards the main road. The majority of the buildings are behind you, but there are going to be some buildings that you can come across in your way. You continue to run. Vincent, you just keep replaying the shot on Jack over and over again. And as you're running and huffing, you just keep thinking about the events that have happened to you so far. And you remember Sarah laughing with you on the journey here. You remember finding Drew. You remember kind of being impressed with him. You remember that funny moment around the table where you let Drew feel like a badass. As you look over and you see Nick running with his limp body. Nick, as this is happening, as you're running, you hear those words again. Sarah's words. She wanted you to protect him. And you got him out of there. You were gone. You had him gone. And in the last second. And who knows how quickly he's going to turn. But you've lived long enough in this apocalypse to know there's no hope. Drew is going to die. And a tear, single tear, wells up in your eye. Tom, as you're running, I mean, the amount that has changed in your life in the past 48 hours. You've met this new group of people who you had no idea who they were. You've been stuck in this prison for months. And they pull you out of it. But at what cost? Missy's dead. Tyler's dead. 2 kids. Sarah was practically a kid herself. Dead. And now, with no way to defend your actions. Nobody, even the bad guys, other than maybe Terrence, to know what happened there. Terrence has a very specific memory of those events. But all of that is not something you can think about right now. Right now, you have to get to shelter. You have to get to safety. You are all sprinting down the road. You sprint for about a mile without stopping. After about a mile, in the distance behind you, from far away, you hear the revving of engines and vehicles heading in your direction. You can either get completely off the road and attempt to traverse to the Hoover Dam without any signs of civilization, or you can duck into a nearby abandoned, dilapidated building and attempt to hide from your pursuers. What do you do as a group? I'll say after about a mile, after hearing this, everybody's kind of stopped to catch their breath. Everybody's panting. You hear them, but it's a big open area, so they're coming. You hear them from far away. You have a minute to react. What do you do?
How many engines did we hear? Or do we know?
You hear at least 2 separate cars.
I vote building.
Yeah, we gotta hide.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to find us in the open desert. It's not going to be very hard to see us.
Okay.
I mean, if we can hide in, I don't know. We've got some guns. Maybe figure out a way to get a vehicle from them.
What kind of, Zach, can I ask, what kind of building, are we like on the strip and like the buildings are like the hotels and...
That was more so towards the community. So now you're on like, you're on the outskirts. So the kind of buildings you're seeing are like a pharmacy or like a gas station or an old abandoned apartment building or something like that.
Any like multi-story buildings?
Yeah, an abandoned apartment building maybe.
I mean, gotta get some height on them. Most defensible position.
I agree.
Maria points to Tom and says, I mean, we could try to, make it so that at least one of them stop. Try to overpower them, get the vehicle.
Put something in the road.
What do we have?
You look around.
Just like something that they can't just drive through. Yeah, is there anything that we could move real quick?
Kind of look around, see what you see.
While this is happening, Zach, I'm so sorry. How I know that Drew is not.
Yeah,
I know it's bad.
Yeah,
but like, how is it look like? Is he starting to twitch? And
no, you feel you have an hour or so.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's fading in and out of consciousness. You feel if you were to sit him down and attempt to wake him up, you would be able to. As you're looking around, you have 2 options to try to fill the road. You could either attempt to... there's an old car nearby that you can attempt to try to push into the road. Actually, I was going to say something about like a telephone pole, but I just don't think you have anything on you that would be able to dismantle that enough. Do you feel like the car is probably the best option?
Yeah, somebody help me move it. Who has the rifle?
Yeah.
Well, the rifle should start heading upstairs just in case.
All right, yeah, fuck it, whatever.
Okay, so Nick, you carry Drew up with you?
Yeah.
Okay. As that's happening, everybody else, and Ben's a big guy, so he's able to help really well with the car. Get the car in front of the apartment building, perpendicular on the street. Do you just head into the first floor of the apartment building after doing so?
I'd go up.
Go up?
They don't have. I'll ask like Ben and Maria like what weapons they like, what they're packing.
They'll have everything.
No, like the Ben and Maria, like what are they?
Oh, Ben has a handgun and Maria has a rifle.
Okay, no, like you guys don't have any grenades.
No, no, no.
That would have been real convenient. No.
Go ahead and roll a search check for me. Uh, Vince, sorry. And I'll say at advantage. People would help you out.
22.
22. You find enough alcohol and rags to be able to craft a Molotov if you would like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You're able to do so. The two cars start to get close. You see one is an SUV. And you see Nate is in the car. And Gary is in the car. And someone else that you don't recognize. And the other car is filled with two people you don't recognize and also Rachel. Nate gets out of the car, the front one. He's in the passenger seat. Gary's driving. Nate gets out of the front car and starts to look at the car in the middle of the street. He has his rifle up. He's kind of like looking around. And you just stop me when you want to stop me. I'm just going to describe what's happening here. He's kind of looking around, looking at the car. He looks in the direction. He looks up in the apartment building. Kind of looks back at the cars. Gestures at the apartment building. Gary kind of leans out the window, shouts something. A little bit incoherent. Nate nods his head. He points to the car with Rachel and the two unknown people and points to the apartment building. And then Nate gets back in his car. Gary backs up, drives around the car, and continues to drive. The other people pull up in front of the apartment building, and Rachel and the two henchmen get out of the car. Two unknowns get out of the car, load their guns. Rachel has a handgun. One has a shotgun. One has a rifle. They load them, they cock them, and they start to head into the building.
Have we heard any clicking or
Nope.
anything around this? Okay.
Nope, these buildings have been pretty much cleared out. If
Awesome.
there were any infected here, they're probably chained to the walls.
How far away is the other car? Or is it still like?
It's actively driving away, so it's getting further and further away.
What is the marching order of these people?
Unknown, Rachel, unknown.
Sure.
Joey, Rachel, Chandler.
Are they close?
Well, they
Like,
get on
close together. Close together.
They enter together, and then they start. You would know this, but they start spreading out amongst the first floor.
Are we all upstairs?
I'm assuming that's what I
Right.
thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody.
And
there's one door into here.
Sure. We'll say that you guys. We'll say that there's. It's because it's an old abandoned apartment building. So we'll say, do you all go up to the same apartment together?
I would have gone
Like all the way up?
probably, yeah.
Okay. So
How many
to the roof.
floors?
Because I'm trying to get.
It's,
trying to even.
4 floors.
I know it's stupid, but I'm trying to get Drew out of the. I don't want him around this.
Yeah. So you go to the rooftop. Where do you go, Vince?
He took Drew up to the rooftop. I would try to stay with Roy and just stay in like fourth floor apartment.
Just a
with,
random apartment building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd stay with Roy like if anybody walks through that door.
Yep. What about you, Tom?
Tom would be with I think Vince and Roy.
Okay. Yeah. Maria and Ben take, we'll say, maybe the apartment opposite you in the hall.
Across the hall, yeah.
So it takes a while, but you start to hear them start to clear the floors. While this is happening, Nick, you sit Drew down against the. You know how sometimes rooftops will have just like a little shack that is the door
Yeah.
to go down the staircase. You put him up against like the little wall of the little 5x5 shack. And Drew, you wake up to hear birds chirping. You feel the sun on your face. There's pain in your neck and shoulder, but it is dull. And you look up and you see Nick's face as he looks down at you with a mix of concern and feigned positivity, perhaps.
Did I shoot it?
You did.
Hell yeah.
It was the cleanest shot I've ever seen, man.
And they all probably went after those people, didn't they? All the infected. Wait, where are we?
I'm so sorry, bud. I messed up. It's my fault. We had a, yeah.
Ow. Oh.
Yeah.
I think I scratched myself.
Hey, Drew.
Mm.
I told you I don't like liars, right? I'm not allowed in the gym, right?
No liars.
First of all, you are my favorite guy. I love you. I'm sorry, bud, but you got bit. You did it being way braver than I ever could be.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I can't be braver than you.
Yeah, you are. The whole time, kept freezing. Sister, I froze and fighting over dumb shit, and you stepped in. Man, yeah, you are way braver than I ever.
Hey Nick, I think you gotta be brave right now, don't you?
For once, yeah, I do.
Okay.
Hey, shit, I don't have anything on me. Drew, do you want me to tell your mom anything?
Um, maybe just tell her that I did my best.
You did. You really did, man.
Okay. Okay, be brave, Nick.
Come here. I'll put him up. It's kind of like on my knee, and I'm having facing up to the sun. Okay. You were so loved. All right. 1, 2, and I shoot.
And a bird flies off the roof. All of you in the apartment building hear the echo of this loud gunshot. And then
As that happens, I circle back around. So, because you said that there was like a little shack, I'm gonna go behind
back of the shack, like where the door opens. Good, because as the realization of what happened on the roof hits you, all of you, especially those inside, you hear rushing of footsteps. And it's not long before in the hallway, you hear 3 figures running past your door. You do anything?
Yeah. I'll just look at Ray and just be like, as soon as they get past us.
Right, yeah. And then you open the door. You just shoot.
Yep. Yeah.
And he does too. Go ahead and roll an attack. He gets a +4 to this. That's 14. He's going to hit and do half damage.
4.
It's 2 points of damage to somebody.
I'll also say, like, now! Try to hope Ben and Maria hear that.
Okay, yeah.
So that'd be a 12.
12. It's going to miss. So you and Roy both jump out of the room. Both fire. I'll say, because you're on the first floor and they just went to the... you definitely hear this happening, Nick. And then you hear one person exit the roof. The two of you are currently... Roy and Nick, or Roy and Vince. You're currently firing at the unknown guy and Rachel, who have now both turned back. And I need basically everybody to roll initiative.
If part of that surprise round, can I like duck back into the room?
Sure, yeah, 100%.
So it's Rachel and one of the other guards are down with.
Are down, and then the other guard just opened the door on the
Okay.
roof.
Damn it! I hope I was going to be the one to kill Rachel.
Hey, you just might.
What'd you get, Vince?
18 plus 4, 22.
22. Tom?
3.
3. Nick?
15.
15.
I know.
I'm going to say that Ben and Maria do hear the now and have opened their door and are now a part of this fight, but they don't get a surprise round.
Yep.
So Ben gets a +0. That's a natural 20. And Maria gets a +3. That's an 18. So, Vince, you've had your surprise round. Oh, Roy also gets a +3. Oh, it's a natural one. So Vince, you've had your surprise round. You've ducked back behind. You know you can hear 2 doors open, and you know that they each both got into an apartment now. And it's now your turn.
So like I peek out into the hall, there's nothing.
You like peek out. There's like it's like an exchange of fire basically.
Do I see like what rooms they went into, or what rooms are occupied?
There's only 2 rooms, and you see both of them are open when they weren't before. So one of them is in each room.
Who has that Molotov?
You do.
Got it. Very bad. I feel like I'll do more harm than good. I will. I mean, do I have like a shot on anybody, or is it just like chaos out there?
If you're just peeking out behind the door, not right now, no. If you move, you might.
I'm not gonna get shot. Not on my turn. Right? I got 30 feet of movement. I could bounce out and in.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
Yeah, I'll
move,
bounce out. Like, see if I can have a shot on anybody. Like,
yeah, which actually, you know, let's just say Evans.
It'd probably be the person like across. It'd probably be like easier.
So we'll say Evans is Rachel. She's in that room. Odds is the unknown person. Odds. So you briefly look over the room. You see like hiding behind like a table with very little cover is one of the unknown guys, and you have a shot on him.
I will use my advantage again.
Okay.
So I have one of those left. We'll roll in the chat of doom.
Okay.
All right.
Thank God you used that.
So 23.
You take the time, you pop in, you shoot, it immediately, his head snaps back, and he falls down to the ground dead.
And then I'll use the rest of my movement, not to like go back in the room, but like get like flush with the door.
Okay.
Like put like back.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not. So when they look in the room, they're not looking
Yeah. So you do that.
at me. Yep.
Now that it has been your turn, Rachel is going to peer out. And so she doesn't see you, but she did just hear a shot. Yeah, she's going to peek in the room. And so she is going to... So wait, are you flush against the door inside the room?
Inside the room, yes, inside the room.
Gotcha. So she would have to like fully come into the room to see you.
But Roy and Tom are also in there. I don't know where they are.
They're in the other room, right? Or did you go back to your room?
Us three were in. I went back into my room.
Oh, I thought you went into the room where you shot the guy. Okay.
No.
Okay, well then she just kind of like, she moves forward, and I'm gonna say evens is your room. Odds. So she aims at Ben and Maria's room. She's gonna get a shot on the first person she sees, which is Ben.
Dispensable NPCs, baby.
Rachel gets a +4 to this. That's a 12, which is going to miss Ben. And then she runs back to her room. And that's the end. And that's the end of her turn. It is now Maria's turn, who is going to run
Can
forward.
I yell? I'm out of fuck, I'm out of ammo.
Yeah, sure. You see Maria in the hallway across from you run down the hallway. You hear a shot. You hear her say, "Fuck," and that's it. That's the end of Maria's turn. It is now Nick's turn.
Oh, okay. If I can't do this, just whatever. Can I like try and listen? I'm trying to do like the listen sense thing from the game of like which way this person on the roof is going around this thing.
Roll a search check for me.
Never rolled above like a 10. on search. That's exactly a 10.
A 10. Yeah, you just don't know. He could be well, actually, I would say pretty confidently you feel like he's facing the direction that Drew's body is.
Okay. I just want to come out and then like straight on march and then try and come down again, like with the
because since it's just like you would know that he would be looking at Drew's body, so you could easily move around and get him from behind.
That's what I want to do and try and get him with the file.
We'll say roll an attack at advantage.
Good movement.
Thank God that was a 2. Wait, what do I add? I should probably know what I add to this.
Just whatever like, would be next to a knife.
It's my agility. That's much better. 21?
21. Full damage. Not a headshot threshold, though, but full damage.
Cool. It's a D6 plus my agility, I believe. Yeah. That's 6 plus 4 is 10. Excuse me, 3. 6. No, 9. What am I saying?
Total of 9? Yeah.
How does he look at 9?
He doesn't look great.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add pummel to add 4 to that.
Okay, with the pummel, you walk up behind him, you stab him right in the back of his skull, and he starts to like, ugh, and you see him like turn back, and you just like using your extra muscle, just like force it a little bit further, and he falls limp in your arms, dead.
Great, I grab his gun.
All right, at the end of your turn, she's just gonna go crazy now. It's now Rachel's turn. Rachel is going to attempt to fire at Maria. So she gets a +4 to this. That's an 18 that hits. And that's 1 point of damage. So Maria gets a point of damage. You hear Maria scream. Seems like Rachel's staying in her room for now, though. That is the end of Nick's turn. It's now Roy's turn, who looks at you. And Roy rolls his eyes, and he runs forward to do basically what you just did to Rachel. He's going to peek into Rachel's room and get an attack on her. It's +4. That's a 16. That is going to hit, and with her extra cover that she's taking, do half damage. So that is 2 points of damage to Rachel. I've got her pinned down, come on! And he's just going to stand there. That's the end of Roy's turn. Tom, you're up.
Tom's gonna move up to where Roy is, and can I like hold my? I guess like because I can just do the bonus actions at any time.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just like move. I only have a knife. I'm not gonna rush into a room where somebody has a gun where they're in cover.
Totally.
But I'll be waiting to.
You can hold an action.
So yeah, to do a distract to.
Okay. Perfect.
To give some advantage.
That's the end of Tom's turn, which means it will be Maria's turn next, as the PC is gone. She gets a +4 on her shot on Roy. That is a 13, which is just going to hit.
Maria is shooting Roy?
Rachel,
sorry. And she does 7 points of damage to Roy, hitting him right in the chest, but not in the heart, and he is looking hurt now, as he kind of starts to back up. That's the end of her turn. Vince.
Yeah, I'll go up to where Roy was and take a shot.
All right. Tom is. I mean, you said Roy, but I'm just going to allow you to do it for Vince as well. So, Tom kind of like, we'll say that narratively, like Tom, like very quickly, like runs in front of the door, like moving this way, like getting her attention that way, so that Vince can come in with the shot.
Fucking duck hunt.
Yeah, literally like duck hunt. Yeah. So you get advantage on this.
All right. So dirty 20, 16 plus 4.
Dirty 20. That's going to hit and do full damage.
D6. +4, 10 points of damage.
Nice. She's already taken 2. She gets shot right in the abdomen. She falls down to the ground. She's looking very hurt. She throws her gun on the ground and puts her hands up.
Fuck her.
Somebody finish her off.
Roy
back off from the door a little bit, but
we are technically out of combat right now.
I want to go down.
Yeah, you go down
the stairs.
You see that Roy has his back against a wall, holding onto his chest. Vince has his back on the opposite wall, looking into a room. Tom's on the other side of that door, looking into the same room. And Ben and Maria are just like peeking out of their room, looking down at the hall at the rest of you.
Where is she?
She could have another gun. Just be careful. She kicked her gun away, but she still might not be unarmed.
I'm walking towards wherever I know Rachel apparently is.
She's in this room.
Yeah, you see them both. Like, yeah.
She's on her. She's like laying down with her.
Yeah, she's sitting with her like her back against the wall, her legs out. She's sitting down with her arms up.
I'm sorry. I'm pissed. I'm walking straight up to Rachel.
Please do.
If I can, just for flavor, I want one foot to pin her wrist against the wall. Grab her by her hair. Have the file. Your boyfriend died like a fucking coward. And just in the neck.
Yeah, for sure. As this is happening, she like she looks up at you, and as you say that, she says, "All you've done is prove him right. That's all everyone will see."
Nar.
You turn back into the back, and you see Ben and Maria both standing there, eyes wide. She was unarmed, man.
2 kids are dead.
She didn't kill him. All she knew is that you guys.
You're right. She was too busy. No, you're right. She was just too busy fucking the guy that did kill them.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Does Ben have a radio?
Ben does not have a radio. No.
Ben and Maria don't have radios.
Does Rachel?
Rachel does.
Anything happening on that radio? Any activity?
Not currently.
Who has the keys?
I don't know. You find it on one of them easily.
Does anyone have a problem if we bring Drew's body back with us? His mom should. I'm not coming back without both her kids, okay?
Is there room in the car? I'm not saying this out loud, but like, what's
I
the
mean,
situation?
There's room in the trunk.
Yeah, there's 3 of you plus Roy plus Ben plus Maria. I mean, yeah. Drew's body would have to like be put like in the trunk because it's an SUV.
I'll just say like, all
so...
right, wrap it up.
I was like, I'm gonna get like sheets from the bed.
Sure.
I gotta
yeah.
fucking go.
Yeah, grab and then like quickly, boom, boom.
Start to wrap Drew up.
The radio if nobody else.
Yeah, you take the radio. She has a rifle with 2 bullets left. If someone wants it.
I'll take. Well,
Tom doesn't have a gun, but Tom, there are also 2 unknown guys. One who had a shotgun with still remaining 4 bullets in it, and another who had a handgun with 6 bullets. Neither of them fired a shot.
Tom will take the handgun.
Okay, so Tom will take the handgun. Nick will take the 2 other rifle bullets. What do you take? Shotgun?
I would take the shotgun and then hand a handgun with 1 bullet to whoever wants it. I'll trade it.
Maria will take it.
What does the shotgun do? Like, what's the stats?
You should see it on your weapon list tab.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You get to the roof. You wrap up Drew's body. As you are actively down on the first floor, packing up the SUV, you hear on the radio the voice of an old man say, "Just checking in. Anything in that building? You guys making your way back towards us?"
Look to Maria and Ben. They would know how to.
They expect Rachel to answer. I don't know.
You're the one. You're the one.
What do you want from us? What are we supposed to do?
Tom's the magician.
You're the only one with the voice that could slightly match Rachel's.
Maria looks. What? I mean, I guess I can try.
I bet Tom could do a good job as well.
Maria takes the radio.
I can do magic, but not that kind of thing.
Maria takes the radio. What do I say?
I don't know. All good. We got him.
Say that there was nothing.
That's better.
Say there was nothing here. But they just pushed.
How does Rachel talk?
They just pushed the car on the road to slow us down.
Stay like we'll meet him someplace in the opposite direction of where we're going. I don't know.
I mean, I'm assuming they're heading towards the direction of the dam. Stupid distraction. On our way. We're gonna roll a luck check. And only I know the modifier and the DC.
Oh.
Okay. You all
Alright, we gotta fucking go.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah.
get up into the SUV.
Get up all in that SUV. Wait, is it a Subaru? What kind of SUV is it?
It is a Subaru. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, we're getting
really
out of
good.
here.
Yeah. You drive around the car that you
Shout out
put
to
in the middle of the
Subaru in
road.
case they want to sponsor us.
And I'm assuming you start to head towards the Hoover Dam.
I would say take like a wide berth. I don't know how much like gas we have, but like try to not head directly there. Or just try to avoid them if we can.
Sure, you can just take a route that'll take you longer. Get there.
That's my vote. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what everybody else thinks.
I agree. I would agree with that.
Yeah. As you start to drive down the road, you all finally have a moment to rest and think about everything that's happened. Maria seems kind of quiet, but seems overall okay with everything that's happened, and is just looking forward to being in a safe place. Ben seems a little troubled. Roy is in pain and hurting, but doesn't let Maria touch him up. He says he'll be fine. Vince loves Subarus, so he's driving.
Fuck yeah, Subaru!
and you all hit the dirt road, making your way back to the Hoover Dam, not knowing what lies in the immediate future, but knowing that for now, you have your independence, and you fought your way out, and you lost some people, and you had to do some things that survivors have to do to survive in this world. And that is where we will end tonight's episode. And we will pick back up next week for the finale of season 5 of The Remains. So 6:30 p.m. Central right here next week for the finale. This coming Sunday at 2 p.m. Central, we are doing a one-shot in the new TTRPG system, Candela Obscura. That's fun. You might have seen that on Critical Role, so come check that out this coming Sunday. And then a week from tomorrow at I forget again. We haven't established a time. 6:30, 7 p.m. Central. 7 p.m. Central. The session 0 of the Monster Hearts continuing long-standing campaign. There is no foreseeable end in sight for the first time, so we're very excited about that. So it's a session 0, so come learn a little bit about the system, and maybe you might even have a chance to interact with us. But stay tuned at Charmed Persons on all social media in order to stay updated for what we're doing. It was an intense one tonight, but we'll see what happens next week. Thank you to my players, the best players a GM can ask for, and as always, everybody say bye.
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 Bye, Drew.
Bye, Drew.